Yeah. You were turned into the Starter Five podcast. Sorry, I got mucus. It seems like the kids got me sick. But
little niggas don't wash their hands
at all, and I fall into that trap.
Oh,
Hand sanitizer, not enough.
Couldn't find it. Anyway,
Not enough though.
I go by E-Trillionaire.
it's only
Of course, you can
99.9,
call me Trill
we
for
get 100.
short. You can find a Star 5 podcast wherever you get podcasts, of course, Apple, Spotify, and also like, comment, and subscribe, and tune into the YouTube channel. Numbers is going up, so we appreciate y'all support. Kick it to my left.
Welcome back to the Star 5 podcast. Home of the Boss Code Studios, man. Episode 22, season 3, man. Let's get it, man. Super Bowl week, Super Bowl coming up. Pass it to my left.
What's good? Justo back again. Justo Star 5 on IG and X. Hit me up. I'm talking shit. And the couch is real full, man. I can't spread my legs no more. Couch got real full, and but we kept it warm. Cancun's nice. I'm gonna kick it to my left.
I appreciate it. Yeah, how y'all doing?
As you all can see, it's a funeral in here today.
Yes, it is. That's why I got my black on.
Back to back,
Okay,
back to back
dog.
funeral weeks. Been a rough couple weeks, huh?
You already know. It's Jonathan Sicko Hardy on the book at Super John on X and Instagram. Not much to say, man. Just gotta do better next year, I guess. Go Swifties. Pass it to my left.
Oh man, what's good, y'all? You can catch me on IG, X, Last of a Dime Breed X. Catch me on Facebook at Dom Daniel. And Super Bowl coming up, man, so see what happens. But you know, we got number 5 content only, man, so we get it going, baby.
So last week we talked a little bit. First of all, we'll start the show off with the fast break segment, and this is just news and notes. But last week we talked at Medium about the Bucks firing former head coach Adrian Griffin, and then bringing in
Bullshit.
the ever so accoladed Doc Rivers. And this is a stat that I came across during Griffin's tenure. NBA 30-13 record at the time, second in the East, first in offense, second in points per game, fifth in three-pointers made, third in field goal percentage, and he got canned. So pre-pod, for a moment, we were talking about, you know, sports and the conspiracies and just the lack of transparency thereof. I just want to bring it up one more time because a black man got fired on the job that he was doing very, very well at. And just spread the information that they probably didn't tell us on ESPN, or excuse me, the Four Letter Network, about Adrian Griffin. So I hope this young man gets another job, maybe somewhere else. I don't know, maybe not in the NBA, maybe in college where he can actually, you know, implement what he wants to do without any bias.
Or superstars trying to throw their weight around.
Or
For no reason.
or Greek people who don't have jumpers or bags.
Or bags.
I said it out loud. Okay. He got his ring. I get it. He got it how he get it. Driving and Euro stepping and all that shit. But we all know when it comes down to it, sometimes you gotta have a bag. But Lillard, up and down all season. I mean, I'm still mad about this. And so I just wanted to point that out there to the audience. So just to add some context. Thoughts on that before we move on?
I mean, same thing. It's bullshit. I've never really seen something like that. That's just doesn't really make too much sense. Obviously, you know, it's the politics and personal, so.
All right.
I mean, I just don't get how you think Doc is the guy that's gonna get you over the top though. Like,
I can't wait to see it.
The crazy part is, on Gil Arenas podcast, he pointed out how every team Doc's been on, the longest he's been there, the worse they've gotten. And he's supposed to be very renowned, that's recognized as a defensive head coach, but anytime he didn't have Kawhi and PG, he hadn't really been top 10 other than the 08 team in Boston.
And that was, who was that? And who was that
You know
spearheaded
who's
by?
over there.
Exactly.
Defensive player of the year, Kevin Garnett.
KD,
Exactly.
fucking Rondo.
Other than the one time being with Kawhi and PG, I think in 2021 and 08 with the Celtics, those are the only 2 times he's been top 10. And I think he's been 9th with the Clippers 1 year, but everything other than that, middle to the pack or worse. And this is when you hit your wagon to try to get Giannis a title, Dame a title, because that's what you made these moves for. It's not really a good look. It's not smart. And you fire a man that's actually doing well at his job, and he's trying to acquiesce to the superstars' likings. He's trying to do his best. I mean, he's first time on the job being the head coach, I think. So it's like,
As a head coach,
First time head coach.
so it's like, give the man a chance. You didn't even give him a playoff run. Like, that's disrespectful. At the highest, it's disrespectful.
You know, he didn't get a fair shake at all.
And karma like that, come at you. And it's definitely gonna come with that head coach. It's just inevitable.
You think it's likely he's gonna get another job?
Yeah.
He should.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why he wouldn't. Maybe you'll do what Orlando head coach Jamal Mosley got a young team, got them playing his kind of basketball. Yeah, we'll get opportunity to see what he's made of. But again, unfortunately, these players have too much power. And unfortunately, you can't fire them.
My thing is, what did y'all think was gonna happen when y'all made that trade?
Right.
Y'all getting exactly what y'all asked for in that trade. You just read off the numbers.
Right, and then what did they do in free agency other than that, or
Nothing.
or trades, or in the draft?
Nothing. All y'all did was roll. Everything is the same except for trading for Dame. Everything is exactly the same as it was last year.
Everyone's older.
Yeah, and like we
The
mentioned
lineup
last
broke.
year, Chris Middleton.
Brook Lopez got to be like 37.
Oh yeah, he's up there. Chris Middleton then lost a step.
He was the best defensive player last year.
Pat Connaughton is only a 3-point shooter. You know what I'm saying? Like,
He try hard on defense.
yeah, I mean, and then you count on Jay Crowder.
Keyword was try.
Sucks.
Yeah, Brook Lopez is 35 as of today. And he not the offensive weapon he used to be. So I mean, they didn't retool. They just added a volume shooter. I'm not disrespecting Dame Lillard. I know the skill set. I know what time it is. I get all of that. But
This year is definitely the epitome of volume shooter.
you know, the Eastern Conference. I mean, he played in the Western Conference for years in Portland, where, quite frankly, there were no expectations. I mean,
They had a couple
years from McCollum, before they got rid of Aldridge.
I wouldn't even say there's expectations though. It's more like you have to get it done here. Or what are we
It's,
doing?
it's never. It's
But we
championship
never,
or bust.
we
It's
never
been that
expected
in
him to
Trailblazers.
do anything. We just, it's now's the time, or what are we doing here? Let's make a move.
Yeah, so you know, and then quite frankly, is it really a fit with him in Giannis?
But we got him so late into free agency too. He didn't even have like that full off season. He didn't have none of that shit. They just went into this. They basically just went into the regular season and figured it out. And they were second in the East.
but that ain't bad. That'd be second
That's
in
what
the
I'm
East.
saying. They're second in the East.
Exactly.
He didn't get no chance.
Right.
They acting like they fucking 500, battling for the play-in or something.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
At that time, it was 2.5 games behind Boston,
yeah,
and Boston everybody think
probably
Boston
still
about to
are.
roll over the whole East.
man, listen, I saw Boston play the Pacers last night, and they almost gave the game up. I don't understand for the life of me why you got a lead, 3 or 4 point lead, and it's under a minute and a half left in the game, and you still shooting threes.
Yakking
Oh
them
my
bitches up.
God, terrible threes too. They're not even like.
Yakking
I
them
mean,
bitches
wide
and this is all the
open.
coach can do. Just say something.
That's what he wants. That's his basketball. That shit is terrible.
5 out, get them up.
All right, and this is right. This is a beautiful segue as we get into that. And I was gonna save this for thoughts on, but I want to talk about it now. The scoring has gotten out of hand. I hope all because I know my man got a PE test right after he dropped his 71. So I hope Joel got one. I hope Cat got one. I hope Luka got one after they 70 and 60 point barrages. Devin Booker.
I'm about to say, it did.
So
But it was nuts how it just all happened like right in the same couple days. Like, bro, what?
It's an ad for the I guess, you know, this is right around the time Kobe scored his 81.
Yeah.
Right around the time
that
Kobe
energy
left
running
us,
rampant.
you know, 3 or 4 years ago, right? And you know, I'm hearing people like, oh, you know, far as I'm concerned, Kobe's got the top scoring of all time because no one has any footage already about Wilt scoring 100. Okay, stop the presses. Far as I know, Kobe's number 2.
Right.
It's been like that forever. Like, what are we doing here?
And you
Not
know,
gonna do Wilt like that.
right? You know what I'm saying?
Because
So
it's still people alive that
right.
it was
That vouch for
when
that.
that when that shit happened. Like, come on, get out of here.
So-
and the people saying that Luka's 73 is better than Kobe's 81 because it was like extremely more efficient.
I saw those highlights.
But didn't Kobe do it in 3 quarters?
3.5.
3.5.
3.5.
But it's also Kobe was shooting over 2 people. Like, he played the Atlanta Hawks, who were notoriously terrible at defense this year. If you're watching his clips, it's like the easiest basketball he's ever played in his life.
Just to provide context to what you just said, we were talking about Cavaliers forward Dean Wade a moment ago. He scored 17 points against the Atlanta Hawks.
I thought he had 20 on them.
It was close. And look, and I,
No, but he was no, but
You know what
that's
I'm
what I'm saying because he looked like he was just like I'm like, bro, Dean Wade Dean Wade. That was probably Dean Wade's best day of basketball.
he was wide
Cavaliers, for sure.
open all night long.
It's so easy.
But
Every
I-
team goes in there and,
I said,
and
and
scores.
this wasn't no disrespect to Luka when I said it, but I'm like, it would be the Hawks. It would be against the fucking Hawks.
But I guess, but more important, okay, so you got these crazy individual explosions. You know, Joel's averaging 35 points a game. I think it's the first time since Harden averaged 36 a few years ago that this is happening. And it looks like the league is going to this offensive mindset. So should they just abolish the all defensive team and all those fucking awards?
Well, I know you have been thinking that since Marcus Smart was Defensive Player of the Year. So
Yeah, you still can't sell me on that.
That was wild.
so
His defensive efficiency rating was excellent that year.
But these guys shot. I mean, I guess you most of the time you do shoot over 20 free throws when you score these kind of points, man. But I you know, I done played some ball before. I've been hot, but damn, 70.
I ain't never been hot. I ain't never.
It's a lot of points.
40 attempts,
you can't touch
just firing that bitch up.
21 on the line.
you can't touch Joe.
Yeah, 21 at the line.
You can't touch him.
I think he was 21 and 23 at the free throw line.
Yeah, 21, 23, or 24, something like that.
So that's 21.
Cats don't count because he choked the game.
Dev choked the game. Dev ain't won scoring 70 yet.
Well, maybe he should stop.
Dev.
But he ain't go out in the fourth quarter and shit the bed.
That's true.
Cat, they had the game. Cat went out and shot 2 for 10 in the fourth.
Yeah,
and lost them the game because he was forcing.
He
it.
was 4. He was
And
trying
Ant
to,
had like
to
9
beat
points.
And
He
he
trying to
was,
beat
he
Joel.
was trying hard to get to 70 and lost the game. That's terrible.
Just up there, just yanking shit.
That's exactly what they asked to get.
Out there looking like a 4th grader at rec league.
But what kind of NBA do you want? Do you want this scoring NBA or do you want a more competitive game?
And what we were talking kind of what we touched on in pre-pod is it's always been an entertainment business as far as sports, but now they're leaning into that shit. And purists such as ourselves who actually like a touch of deep, just a sprinkle. Give me a Salt Bay of it. Just a, you know, just I need a little bit. Act like you want it. Act like you want him to not score, instead of just hoping he miss.
But if you're not gonna play defense, at least let me see you guys go against each other.
You
You're not hiding on the corner on one end and then you come down on the other end dropping 40. Like that's not fun. Like if you guys are going at it, giving each other 50, then that might be a little bit more entertaining. At least I see you like, all right, y'all cooking each other. It's just what happens. Y'all both great, but I'm watching you cook the role player, the fourth option in the starting lineup. That's just not doing it for me.
Like, I hate to bring this up, you know what? Bron had 45, Paul Pierce had 40, and that was in the game 7.
And that was hella exciting.
That's what you're supposed to do.
battle.
Bird, Neek, 40,
battle.
47, 48,
I agree
45.
with Justo. That's a great point,
Right,
Justo.
exactly.
That makes it interesting though. Like we had left the pod the other night. I was talking about how Chet and Wemby were going at it, and they not superstars yet, but they going at it, and they battled each other on both ends, and that's entertaining to watch because the names are going at each other. I'm not
Like you said, you don't
That
want to
shit
see
brings it
Steph
back.
Curry guarding Thabo Cephalosha in the corner
right.
and then come get a team 50.
Right, and then you're gonna expect me to sit there and watch that again? No, like if that Pacers game where them and the Hawks scored like 300 points, like if Tyrese and Trey were going at it all game, I'd be like, all right. I mean, it's 150, but they went at it. They did their thing. What can I say? But nah, I see you hiding. I see you getting hit in the corner. Like you're just a one-sided player. This shit's like football now. You play one side of the ball and that's it.
That's embarrassing, man.
They're taking what's so pure about basketball is that you have to play both ends. There's like no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You cannot sit out on your defensive possessions, but now you do. Now you can. It's ridiculous.
And while you're playing both ends, if you don't like the way it's being called, you get fined $40,000, as Anthony Edwards did for taking shots at the ref, and now his wallet is $40,000 lighter.
Find the refs.
That's a car.
Find the
They can't do
refs.
5,
Find
10,
the
a whole
refs.
fucking vehicle.
Find the
But like I say,
refs.
that's a Camry.
Find the refs. Find the refs. That's a nice ass Camry.
That's the
40
brand
Gs.
new. That's the brand new.
What did he even say? Like,
He said, "I'm about to get fined, but there's some cheating ass refs or some shit like that." He said something along those lines.
I mean,
Kept it a
but,
bean like that, dude.
but more and more play, and we've highlighted on the pod for a couple weeks in a row now because it just keep happening.
Find the refs.
More players, more coaches, whether they can speak English or not, have been coming out. Dude, good.
Mike Brown whipped out the laptop.
Yeah.
Let me see that right here.
Like I said, whether you can speak English or not. You know what I'm saying? No, but look, like, and so, okay, we get. I don't go to Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse to see fucking Scott Foster
Never. And we should know his name.
and excuse me, the chick with no boobs. Giving Max Strus a technical foul because he gave her the ball. Because he gave her the ball after she called a foul
I
on
couldn't
him.
believe that shit.
We gotta take fucking y'all. That's what kills me. The refs are allowed to fucking ref on all emotion, but the second one of these motherfuckers that's battling, trying to sweating his ass off for 48 to 60 minutes, depending on what the fucking sport is, I gotta control mine. I gotta be level headed. But you letting this little motherfucker who think I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Refs are just angry shitty athletes.
Yes.
You know Smush Parker a ref now.
Chris Paul said it on Draymond Green's podcast. He talked about how some refs like they take jabs, so you think they like cool, so they throw a jab back and they'll give you a tech for it.
Wow.
He said like very few refs like that actually like take jabs and they let you like jar at each other because it's fun. Like they just found the fun in it, but. He's had a few times where he got a tech because he just responded to what the ref said and got a tech because he didn't like what he said.
Wow.
Find the refs.
Along the lines of what you said, like, oh, we could tell who never played basketball, some shit like that. They'd say something like that after talking about them, and
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
all the Ant-Man said was bad and terrible for not giving him 7 trips to the free throw line. Bad and terrible.
I mean, it is.
$40,000.
$40,000.
$40,000 though, yeah, that's.
We're saying bad and terrible.
That's what I'm saying. The refs are just the police of the NBA.
Yeah.
They get bailed out, man.
The hell to Noah. I ain't gonna get into what we talk about pre-file.
He
But
said-
hell, and no accountability.
He also says, and I quote, the cat got their tongue tonight.
You gotta subscribe to the Patreon to get the pre.
So it's all good. Edward says to the referees, it's not fair, but it's all good. But Bad and Terrible got him fined 40 G's.
$40,000, dumb.
That's crazy.
He just gave that girl 100 G's, didn't he?
My nigga down
Hey,
200 early.
Yeah, right already.
Damn. Sonny, y'all wrong.
Listen, man, y'all gotta make them whole press conferences or something, bro. They cannot
Something.
just keep going and just skating by.
Something.
You have to be able to ask them questions like, what did you see here? What was your POV of why you threw this flag? Or what was your POV of why you blew your whistle?
Press conferences.
Bro, without accountability, there's no progress.
Nope.
There's no progress.
Because y'all just gonna keep getting this.
Well, that's just like any entity, really, you know.
Oh, I was flooding the NFL's mentions. I had
A
a bad
lot
day
of-
Sunday.
A lot of
I was totally out of character.
gestures. Is that magistrates? They don't have to answer questions. They just give the sanctions.
The governed
That's
body
true.
needs a governed body.
Well, that will probably make us a republic the way we're supposed to be. So they don't want that.
There should be checks and balances.
It should be. It should be.
Always.
For all, not just for some.
Maybe when we get to heaven, when we can, you know what I'm saying.
Because it's got to be a better.
Press conferences for refs would be raw though. Press
What
conference-
is
that's
it
raw.
gonna?
That's raw.
But
Why can't he answer questions?
But they probably would. The media probably wouldn't even ask the same question they ask the athletes though. They would probably be in cahoots.
Well, let us get up there. Let us
Maybe
get a
not,
media badge.
but-
And let's go in there.
Right.
They
Yeah,
wouldn't be honest.
The
Like they
press
wouldn't.
is not. The press is not for the people.
They're not gonna be honest though. They're not gonna go up there and be like, "Well, we had a group conversation," and they're like, "Well, we need to get this is a primetime game, so so and so needs to get all these calls, and they can't shoot as many free throws." Or like they used to say about when they ain't like AI. They're not gonna say, "Oh, AI was talking shit to the other refs, and now he on his ass for the next 5 games."
Calling
and
that
on his
nigga for
carry."
every little bullshit. carry.
My first question would be, who are you talking to in those headphones when you go to that screen? And what are they saying back to you?
Thanks.
That should be
No,
public.
listen, I just want to listen. I want it to be just like the. I want the lights to be on them. I want the spot. Look, one light, mic's in front of you. You got to sit up there and answer them questions, just like the athletes got to go sit up there. Motherfucker just lost a game 7, and y'all up here asking this nigga goofy shit like what I'm doing in Cancun. Bitch, I should punch you in the face. Just lost the biggest game of my life. Why are you up here asking me dumbass questions? And then y'all just expect motherfucker, a human being. He's a human being. I understand these athletes do amazing fucking things. Top tier, like, wow. Yeah, we know. But he's still a human. He has emotions. He or she, or they, or us, or them, or those.
Z,
Yeah.
Zer. Remember those?
Yeah.
Z and Zer.
But they still have fucking emotions. So I'm mad. You asking me some goofy shit. What do you think my response is gonna be? 7 times out of 10.
Like when they.
And that's how you know the press is in cahoots, because they gonna ask you a question, so they'll get you a response. First question, hey, what do you think about the referees calling tonight?
I need a story. I need to hit by 11:59. This need to be in, or whenever my deadline time is. And I need something juicy.
Yeah.
So when you're left on your contract, what you gonna do next year?
That nigga Mike Tomlin walk the fuck out.
Bitch,
And
what?
the fucked up thing about that is, you know, he gotta have an exit interview. That's a question for the exit interviews, not the post game interview.
Exactly.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
They know what they
So I want to hear. Yeah,
Exactly.
I would love to hear the questions they could come up with.
In
for the
Twan
refs.
voice, cahoots, the cahoots brothers.
Yeah, so
It's bullshit.
Please put him on the stand.
For
Please
the-
put him on the stand.
That's all we ask.
That's all we ask, man.
I would be locked in
Put
with
him in
them
the
interviews,
lights.
bruh.
Y'all want views? I guarantee that do more views than the player interviews.
what they gonna do with Ed's 40K?
I've been asking that since a youngin. What do y'all do with that suspension money?
Line their pockets.
Because I'm sure they just
trying to
garnish
get
it
that
right out
money
of his
back.
check. He ain't even gonna see it. What do you do with it? What does it go to the board of governors? I mean, I know Adam Silver's in the process of linking a multi-million-dollar deal extension.
Man, what's bitch name?
It goes
Roger
Adam-
Goodell is making almost
I mean,
50 M's a year.
It
Here
go
we
to
go.
the NBA cares commercials.
Here's what it says on Google.
NBA care commercials.
The NBA says that it allocates fine money to charity, although it is the only professional sports organization that does not publicize what specific charities receive donations.
Oh, how convenient.
How
The,
convenient.
the charity of Adam Silver.
Like the
Donations.
NFL, like the NFL sends it to the retired players with health problems and those kind of charities, but that you can see that they don't publicize where they send it to.
Donations.
What's the? Because there's been a lot of what's it? The anti
Inform. No, I'm just,
the the whole Jewish
anti-Semitic.
anti-Semitic thing. And I'm sure they be lining because y'all be seeing a lot of them commercials and shit and billboards now. I'm sure that 40K going right to that.
Yeah, you
They're
got a
just
point.
finding them board because the ratings down. They gotta get that money somehow. Get it back from the
Got to
players.
recoup, man.
But they're also in the process of signing a lucrative deal as well with the letter for their in 3-letter networks. That's gonna even bring even more revenue.
You're gonna see $80 million contracts. That shit's about to be crazy.
But like I was telling y'all a few weeks ago, I coach players that don't watch basketball. These kids they don't care about basketball. Where do you think this game is going? If you got a generation that might play the game but don't actually watch it.
No, that's a fact.
Maybe they counting on the hunger of the Jokers and the Giannis's of the world.
Whereas the fact that everybody could score 50, so it's like
Well, it's easy.
it's not that
Ain't nobody
cool.
play no D.
It's not cool no more. Those superstars aren't like out of this world. Like you
And-
thought they only exist in the TV. You see everybody in their moms do it now. So it's like who that?
Like
who's
I'm
got
gonna be honest with you, man. Like it's a lot of cats back in the day that could play now, but it's a lot of cats that play now couldn't play back in the day
no.
Facts.
because you shoot a 3, might your ass be on the bench. We don't play that kind of game. You better get the ball to goddamn Robert Parrish down low.
Actually, nah. I think it goes both.
He got
ways.
Bill Laimbeer guarding him.
In a sense.
I think
It's,
it goes
it's some
both
it's
ways.
some dudes that played then that can't play now.
I think it goes both ways.
Let Dale Ellis get 15 attempts at a 3 a night.
But
Now,
that's,
yeah.
that's my argument for Jesus Shuttlesworth all the time when everybody be trying to compare him. I'm like, bruh, if y'all go look at early Ray Allen, bruh, most threes he was probably putting up was 5.
3 to 5
Oh, for
attempts.
sure.
And if it's more than 5, he was hot that night.
Or niggas was trying to come back or some shit like
Yeah.
that, like was situational.
Like he couldn't come down off the pick and roll, pop off the screen, and just let that bitch fly. No, it's another motion off that play, and he has to dump it down, and then he has to take an open 3. No, he can't dribble, step back, and then just heave that bitch up. That was, bro. Everybody in here played basketball as a youngin. Just though maybe not your
Played
generation. No, I'm saying not your generation, but when we was growing up, if we'd have did the shit that they was doing, bro, hey, right here, hey, come here.
Hey, go get him. Go get him.
Yeah.
Go get him.
Sup? Now, why the fuck did you just shoot
Nigga be
that?
sitting right here by the bench and shit ready to get in.
Hey, talk to me. Oh, you ain't got no answer? Come here. Wait a couple plays.
No, fuck no, ain't no sit right here. You go all the way to the end of the fucking bench.
And
That's it for you.
the line was basically 24 feet at the longest arc. I mean, I know they shoot from 30 like it ain't nothing nowadays. But
And
it
that's
was
no disrespect to Steph. We all
Right.
Steph is
She
still
changed
with
the
him.
game.
But it was a
For sure.
24-inch shot and it was 22 feet on the corners.
It's still 22 in the corner.
It still is. That never really changed. But then
They shrunk.
they shrunk it in for all it to be 22. In that particular year, the 3-point shooting was horrendous. Then they put it back. So they tried to, move it in, move it out. But, you know what I'm saying? It was a longer shot for guys back in the 80s. So if you nailed it, that's what I'm, saying. I keep saying, Mark Price shooting step backs in 88. in the Boston Garden. Stopping on the dime from 3. This shit's already been done before. But it wasn't no internet. It wasn't no Instagram reels to keep rolling it over and over and over again. You'd be lucky if you find that shit on YouTube.
He wasn't champion.
I mean, you know, well.
Winning also.
Well,
That makes it the copycat.
He was a champion. He won 2 consecutive 3-point champions.
Shout out to Mark Price, man.
And he carried that shit
Nah,
over to
for
the
sure.
All-Star game.
But we know in 2015, Steve Kerr was on the bench like, what the fuck? And that shit just worked.
Because Steve Kerr is from that ilk. Like, bro, we know.
He was watching that motherfucker like, what are you doing? And that shit was working. And he said, fuck it. And then everybody else saw that shit working.
That's
and
a
then they
fact.
said, let's do that.
Yep.
That's how that went.
Yeah, that's exactly.
And then my young 15-year-old ass was like, that shit works. So I'm going to start doing that.
You see little ass 6-year-olds.
He even half court shot, like, bruh. You don't have that, bro. You
And
can
he
barely
had
get that bitch to the rim.
Changed the whole shot. And that,
And
To the
that-
point,
and that's
practice
that,
that.
yeah, that's what's
And to
fucking
the
their
point,
shots up.
anytime niggas get on the court and they start shooting around, everybody is shooting nothing but threes.
But what's crazy to me when you think about it, the most
that
accurate
mid-range.
3-point shooter
No,
is
facts.
it makes it 4 out of 10 times. You make 4 out of 10 2-point shooters, you're a horrendous shooter. But cats around the 29-30 percentile, they still shooting the shit. Bro, you're 2 out of every 3 out of every 10. I mean, 2 out of every 10. Right? Why are you shooting this? Can't you do something else?
It's bad ball, man.
Get to the bucket, young man.
shoot or shoot, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's not a shooter.
Everybody not a shooter right now. Everybody not a shooter.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Everybody's
It's not on me,
not.
it's in me.
Listen, I need another 3-year deal. Shoot or shoot. That shit gonna drop eventually.
Hey, listen, it's bad when y'all see Pat Bev doing that shit, bro. Like,
Hoisting them.
Pat Bev
He's
getting
the
the
most
most.
inefficient offensive player in the NBA. Like that dude is terrible. Bro.
Pat Bev getting them up. Like, it's.
It's not.
Just-
It's not.
I don't understand what's so hard to finding your niche. Everybody ain't gonna be a 3-point shooter, man. It's okay. You could probably hit an occasional one, but
This is
just
the-
find another way to score.
It's the aerial rolls. Like you could do some else. This is specifically a roll area. Like people just out
Hey,
there
niggas
doing
getting
some
paid
shit.
swell for it.
Very well.
That's
to do
true.
it. So
I don't get it.
All right, so
It's not for us to get it.
we'll get into the new
not
segment
for
real
us to
quick. Thoughts on. So, I think today, or after last night's game against the Boston Celtics, the Pacers point guard, what's his name? Halliburton, Tyrese Halliburton, had some thoughts on the 65 game threshold for postseason awards.
Oh, yeah, I seen that.
And basically stating that some players don't understand why this law was imposed.
Hmm?
And I guess with the Embiid injury, what we don't know is going to happen. He's already missed, I think, about 9 games. So if he's out an extended period of time, he won't play 65 points, which means he won't be eligible for postseason awards.
Mm.
And so even Jamal Crawford had doubled down and said that something to the fact that players risk life and hold on, I don't want to get this right because I thought it was stupid as fuck.
Life and death.
well, to all the people who have regular jobs, you go ahead and miss 20% of your days and see.
See how that goes.
See
Yeah,
what
that
awards
goes
you're
for
gonna be
see how that
eligible
goes.
Yeah,
for.
shouldn't have to risk
And
themselves
bonuses.
in their
I risk
livelihood.
my life every day ad limbs to Jamal Crawford. But
Yeah,
if I miss fucking 30% of my of the year, guess what I ain't gonna have? A job.
A job, right?
Facts.
So basically, players shouldn't have to risk themselves and their livelihood to say, I need to meet a quota to be eligible for this stuff, meaning the awards. And I thought to myself, I said, well, first of all, okay, you guys are playing basketball.
But y'all.
It's grueling. Y'all don't really practice as much as y'all used to. And
I'm
you
so
got
sick of these niggas, man.
masseuses, whirlpools,
You have every amenity in the world.
Here's the kicker,
according to-
cryo chamber freeze machines,
You can get treatment literally around the clock.
Deshaun Watson massage parlors. You got
The kicker is though, they'll sit up there
Yeah,
on
all
the
this
press conference and then say none of that shit mattered until you gotta go play a certain amount of games, and now everyone cares all of a sudden, and now they want to have a chance to do it. But when they win it, they're like, I'm not really worried about this. I'm talking
It's about the
championship."
That's weird.
Now when you hurt, you hurt. I
Yeah,
get it.
business.
If you hurt, you can't play. You can't play.
But then you don't qualify. That's what happens.
I mean, so like,
Bro, and it's about the fans too. Like nobody wants to show up to a 76ers game and Embiid not playing.
Bro, that
And the
That
They're-
might be the only game they can come see.
And
bro, what was
terrible
that? That
outfits.
was Saturday. They played the Nuggets
in Denver,
in Denver.
wasn't there.
The
Y'all
nigga
have-
ain't
y'all have-
played in
y'all have
Denver
your
against
top-
Denver since
Y'all have your
2019.
top 3 guys on the bench in a
Oh.
national
That was
televised game.
weak as hell.
I want a
man.
fucking refund.
that's the same thing Steve Kerr did last year. No Steph, no Clay, no Draymond.
Yeah, it's a fact.
They rolled out Ty Jerome and they beat the Cavs that night. But like, but yeah, that's who loses. I mean, because you know,
I mean, but the casual, but we said this on the podcast before. The casual fan has been losing
yeah, for sure.
because y'all started hiking up these fucking ticket prices.
No,
But not only that though, JH, like not the casual fan, the diehard fan, all their proceeds, whether you're talking about jersey sales, sneakers, tickets, concession stands, cable TV subscriptions, NBA, all the money we pay is the revenue that y'all share. So if you don't have no consumer, you don't necessarily have a product. And so yeah, you can skip it. But I won't. But you don't deserve to be most valuable player in the league if you don't play certain amount of games.
And
That's a fact.
Who's fucking crying for you? And you still about to deposit $60 million.
right, it's like if it's like
Well,
Derek White's fighting
Taxes.
to get to All NBA third team and he plays 64 instead of 65, I might have some sympathy for the guy, but
Yeah.
that shit is not affecting you like that. You tell me you don't care every year. You care about one thing. Why are we having this conversation? I'll get it for the dude that hasn't made it his contract's crazy incentivized and he's trying to get it and he missed 2 games. Then I can sit here and look at you and be like, all right, that's kind of fucked up. It is what it is. I'm sorry, but I get it. I'm not listening to Joel Embiid and all these motherfuckers complain about that dumb shit. That's stupid.
and it's 82 games. Like how many games do you
Yeah.
want to miss? You want to miss
Yeah.
half of them?
17,
Yeah, they do.
17
Like, what
games
the
is a
fuck?
lot of games. That's a lot of leeway.
Exactly.
listen, I will always blame Greg Popovich.
I don't
for
want to
this
miss
shit.
no. Me as a competitor, as an athlete, I don't want to miss no game. I don't give a fuck what sport it is.
He instituted this low management, resting the older players to get them to the playoffs and all of that shit. And that stuff has lasted for the last 15, almost 20 years since he started doing that
But
shit.
at least started doing that probably like 2011.
But you
You
know,
know what I'm
Tim
saying?
Duncan don't give a shit about that. He want to make it to the playoffs, so he don't give a shit.
And
He's not gonna sit here
Tim
and cry
Duncan
about
not
this.
fucking complaining. You're
Yeah, he's not
gonna
gonna
hear
cry
this nigga
about
complaining?
this. None of
I
those
don't hear
players
Tony
are gonna
Parker
cry about
complaining
that.
about that shit.
But by the same token, Tim Duncan would have played. It wasn't like
Yeah,
he would have
no,
went out
for
there and
sure.
suited up. You know what I'm saying? He would have went out there and played.
Because he want to play,
And,
not
and
because he
half the
want a
time
chance
wasn't
to ever
hurt.
be.
Right. I mean, so what is it about, really? And you know, that's why I'm saying this shit's starting to get watered down for me.
Yep.
Like falling out of love with all of this shit.
And niggas don't really, like you were saying, they don't even watch the game no more. Like niggas don't really love this shit.
No, they don't. It's pretty shock value now. Like you said a moment ago. Who performed at the All-Star game in Indianapolis this year? Anybody know? That's what it's all about.
No.
It's about seeing Usher at halftime. That's what the fuck it's
Usher,
really
yeah.
all about.
And who got hit the most half
And
court
who's in
shots
and
the
who's
middle
in
of
the,
game.
and who's in the luxury loges? Who gives a fuck?
She's so basic.
I want to see this shit on the field, and I want it to matter.
She's so basic.
You underdog?
That's why NBA can't compete with NFL, bro.
NBA can't barely compete with itself right now.
It can't compete.
I'm sorry. It's becoming a watered down product.
Same shit every night. Yep.
I'm just a diehard Cavs fan, so that's why I tune in.
The Cavs is good to watch though.
The Cavs are the Cavs
We
are.
fucking play defense.
I mean, it's a couple.
We hoop.
But that's the thing about it. Okay, so you got the smaller market teams.
That the NBA could give two shits about.
that they exactly they don't give a one right's ass about, right? And then you look at the standings. It's OKC, it's Minnesota in the Western Conference.
Minnesota.
Small market teams, young players. Obviously Milwaukee's small market, but they're at the top right there. Denver's small market. You know, the Clippers is rolling. Sacramento, Phoenix, small market. These are small market teams. But your big markets, the other LA team, shitty right now. Chicago, shitty. Miami, shitty. Talking about maybe trading Jimmy Butler, I don't know. Boston, the cards
They
just
stop
always,
looking at that damn
the cards
damn
always fall
emo
their
picture
way.
of this nigga.
I mean, but it's dreadful. The Pistons 6 wins. The Wizards 9 wins. Like even the worst team in the National Football League, they'll have a fucking compelling week from time to time.
I mean,
Well,
Detroit
I
fights.
cut Detroit slack.
Yeah,
I was
Detroit
thinking this when I was walking in. Detroit, they play every night. They just can't put it together. But I know if you're gonna watch that game, it's gonna be a game at some point. The Washington Wizards fucking suck.
Yeah,
The
they
Hornets,
need-
They look.
are ass.
They
Like,
look
Terry
like-
said that shit. He to
They're
the point where he
shitty.
just used to losing out there.
like,
Bruh,
they're
the
bad.
Washington. They look like the Generals.
May as well call them the Generals, right?
They look like the Generals.
They're
playing.
bad. And they have a lot of money invested in that team. They've been like that for a little while, and they just keep getting worse and worse and worse and worse.
That's all bad.
And that shit is terrible. But and speaking of them LA teams, like they're not boosting those small market teams high in the standings, but I don't feel like the Lakers deserve 2 All-Stars right now.
Not really.
Because what are they doing? They're not winning.
But they gonna get them, and that's that fan vote shit, which I never liked. I don't even vote for the NBA. I don't even vote.
Yeah.
Oh, if you vote 3 times today, I'm not. What?
3 times a
Three?
day, right?
If you vote today, they'll get three votes. Come on, why?
Don't even care that much. I don't care at all, actually.
Just to watch them shoot half
Why?
court
Because-
shots and throw alley oops to each other.
And people that's not even watching the games is voting.
Makes no sense.
Yeah, this shit is fucked up, man.
Because they clearly get it wrong because they don't know you don't know who playing well. If you look at the standings, who should be in the starting backcourt? Oh, and that was another thing they was bitching about Steph Curry. Steph Curry team is 20-24. Why should he start?
Right.
Oh, because what he used to do?
Right.
But like I said, I told y'all at the beginning of the year, I knew that team was gonna be bad. I told y'all, I thought Steph
I
would
was
probably win
counting
the
on
scoring
it.
title because he's gonna have to
Right.
for them to compete. That team is terrible.
Facts.
Why isn't Jalen Brunson a starter?
And
Because-
he in
Where
New
would
York.
Where would the Knicks be without it?
Right, there's 14 million people that can't vote for him. How many
You would
people
think
live
every Knicks fan would
Every-
put a
right.
vote in for
The
Jalen
Knicks,
Brunson.
Knicks fans are done too.
Right.
I mean, they show up, but they tired of that bullshit. They tired of being a Knicks fan too.
It's just the big ass. Everything's just a big ass popularity contest.
Stupid.
It's shitty. Hold on. It was something else that I dug up.
But play your fucking games. 17 games
Yeah,
left to
that-
this. Ho.
Right. Like, what the fuck?
And like you said, 65, they was being lenient with y'all.
For real.
They were about to do
I
70.
would have put it at 70.
They were about to do 70.
72.
That's what I'm saying. 65 is
You
being
can- You
lenient.
can have 10 days off because you might get sick. Your wife might have a
65
baby.
is them being lenient for y'all.
You know what I'm saying?
You sign, but if I don't pay you for 82 games, then what's gonna happen?
Bro, I ain't missed 10 days of work in 10 years.
Well, wasn't Halliburton saying that that's costing them money too, or some shit like that?
I mean, if
It may
like,
cost them incentives
incentive
and
money.
stuff like that. But if you're if you're injured, you're not getting played.
You
like,
still
you're
get your check,
You're gonna
bro.
get your
Yeah.
check. That's covered.
You're not losing no
And-
money. That's
and-
extra money.
and
That,
any
that
money-
should never be
and-
accounted for.
And any
Right.
money you miss out on is on you. Who you blaming for that? Like, that's on your ass.
I don't really get
Hey,
the
listen,
Like I said, like,
Injuries happen, bro. You just got injured.
That's part of
Sorry.
the game.
to the
Yeah,
dude
that's-
fighting,
come on,
the,
man.
you know,
That's part of the
even
game.
in NFL, like Jadavion getting his incentive. Like, yeah, that's cool. I want to see that guy get
But
it.
he had to earn his.
Right, I want to see that guy get it. Like, I'll be upset if some dude lower on the totem pole couldn't get it. I'll be like, all right, my bad. I mean, I'm sorry for you. Shit happens though.
No,
Play
for
more. Sorry, but I feel you. I'm not listening to these top guys. If you're signing incentive-based contracts, then that's on you. Get a better agent.
No, thanks.
Because you're a top guy. I know who you are, so figure it out.
It's a big fact.
Yeah, I don't be getting it.
Or you just be like Ben Simmons.
He clearly don't give a fuck.
Boy, he makes a lot of fucking money. A lot of
Net
money.
Simmons knee out versus the
Stick 'em,
Suns
kid.
day to day. Didn't he just come back?
Stick 'em.
Yes.
You just came back and you still day to day?
They should get. They
But
should.
another issue.
What
He should be fined $40K.
Listen to me.
400K.
Listen to me.
Makes 40
Go
million.
ahead.
They should start doing like, not under disability does. You don't get your full check. So if you're not playing, you out.
Put the nigga on disability.
You getting 60. Hey, bro, you getting 65 to 70% of this check. You're not getting all your money. Why am I paying you all that and you're not doing shit?
I can pay somebody else to sit on the bench, bro.
Put that nigga on a fixed income, dog.
Yeah, what you? How? That's not a bit. Bro, you're not doing. What are you doing for me? I paid you to put the ball into somebody's hand for an assist, score, for you to get a rebound.
You're not doing this.
His back hurt. He can't even do that. His back hurt.
I'm not paying you for that.
I can do this.
You can. Hey, listen, NBA. If y'all need a nigga to be on the bench to get the team hype,
Or the nigga
to act a
like
fool,
this.
yeah, to do the. You give me 150 G's a year, I'll take that to do that. I'll take 150.
They get more than that.
That's light.
I had all the 2K emotes on the bench.
Man, what? I be on that
Whatever you
bitch
got.
go, look, I be on that bitch going crazy.
You can pay me to do that, but
I'm not paying you. I'm paying you 40 M's, and I can't get 2 games out the week out of your ass. Dom, I can't get 2 games in a week.
And I'm hyping him up.
Crazy.
Like, I'm back.
2 games?
He played great too. That's the
Crazy.
thing. Is like he came, he showed,
that was a Ben Simmons stat line.
and then he fucking just does this shit. And I'm
Came
like,
back
this
to-
is
I'm paying you. I can't get 2 consecutive games out of
Yeah,
you, and I'm
hey.
paying you $40 million.
He came back too soon, John.
You gotta give props to
Too
that
soon
player
for
union.
what?
The NBA has the
EB.
best player union,
That sure do.
and they get every cent of that fucking. Check.
You would love your job if you could just show up once a week, wouldn't you?
Oh,
You just
And
said
get
the
the
kids.
same pay.
You just said the kids got you sick, and you can just go sit home real quick.
You would
I'm
love
not
your job.
feeling
You
it.
can show up one time a week, get the same pay, right?
oh yes.
That's what they're doing.
That's exactly what they're doing.
That's a fact.
And complaining about how we y'all making us leave money on the table.
Right.
Excuse me?
Ben ain't doing no complaining, though. Ben ain't doing.
You know, I'm talking about
No,
what
I
we
know,
talking
I'm just
about
saying,
prior,
I
but
know.
come on.
Ben on Easy Street.
I get,
Or one,
if
excuse,
you-
not even once a week. Ben playing once a
once
month.
a month, right?
For
If
real.
What?
if you
What
that
did you play
hurt,
last year?
if you that
I'm
hurt,
trying to average it out. I'm trying to
Like
spread it
one
out.
But at the end of the day, man, if you that hurt, and if you don't have the desire to play no more,
Quit, bro.
you set for life, man. Retire.
Go do something else.
Go do right. Go back to Australia and do some shit.
Just
Anybody gonna miss you?
right. If you want to disappear, bro, you got enough bread to go disappear.
I thought he was already disappearing for me. I didn't even know he was still here. I had no thoughts of him coming back. I thought he's done. He's
You
gonna
know,
finish
my
out
body-
this contract, and that's all I got to worry
My
about.
body won't allow me to play no more. I'm gonna call it a career. But what you really want to say is my mind won't allow me to play no more. I'm gonna call it a career. Just quit, bruh. It'll be okay. What do y'all think about the NBA going to this 2-day draft? Like they draft good.
Horrible. Horrible.
So now they got 2 days. You didn't hear about this?
For what?
Horrible.
Right. So
They should just do the lottery and then simulate the rest of that shit, bro.
Simulates.
yeah, let
No,
AI
I'm not.
Let the
No,
AI
I'm with
do
it,
it.
bro.
Let the AI
Like
do it.
nobody cares. Like after pick, just though, keep it a beat. After like pick 15, bro, nobody watches that shit.
Nigga, you be scratching your head as the names come across. Like, who? The fuck is this?
After
that
15, bro,
was
keep it
fucking
a bean,
funny.
dog.
That
Nobody
was-
tunes
simulate
in.
that,
And half the time, niggas is watching that shit come off the top of the notifications.
Exactly.
Yeah, I only watch.
Nobody watches the NBA draft.
So
It's not what it used to be.
So
Nobody watches that shit.
get ready to watch on June 26th and 27th
For what?
on the
Nobody's gonna tune in to
on
the
the
27th.
4-letter network.
Nobody's gonna tune in to that day.
Yo, that's crazy.
They're just gonna lose hella viewership. For what reason, bro?
I haven't watched the draft.
I don't know who got drafted last year in the second round.
Hey,
Except for Imani Bates, because he's on my team.
Facts.
I can't tell you no other nigga that got drafted in the second round other than Imani Bates.
I can't either.
I only know a couple too.
Why are y'all about to waste people's time? Your time, not people's time, excuse me.
Dream.
Y'all
Was
wasting
he
y'all
drafted?
time, cameramen and everything. Cameraman can go home and have a day of rest.
Facts.
Y'all got these niggas working for no reason. Nobody's going to watch that.
That's funny.
Who's going to watch the second round of the NBA draft?
Nobody. The fuck?
On the
Never
whole
watched the
day
second round. Whole
dedicated to that.
To the second
To a
round
motherfucker that might not ever get a fucking
dribble.
shoelace on the fucking arena. He about to be in the fucking. He the G League his whole career.
There have
No.
not been
And
many.
they wonder why people think this is just for the money.
That's all
Bro,
it
this
is
is
for.
a money
It's
grab,
for
bro.
money.
I did not know that. That is crazy.
I didn't either. I did come across with a ticker, and like I said, I've really been trying to stay away because I've been trying to be on my best behavior because I don't want to go crazy in these
But see, but that's that
Twitterverses
thing,
and
though.
comments.
That's the thing, you
Gotta
know,
go crazy.
Coke and Pepsi and Nike and Fruit of the Loom, they got a certain quota on advertising dollar they got to spend every year. And who better to give it to is than the NBA?
Did y'all see
We'll
what?
get our commercial scene for 30 seconds. Yeah, well, let's do it. Yeah, that's a good
They got
idea,
plenty of
Adam.
opportunities to do that shit.
Did y'all see the hotel that the players are staying in for the Super Bowl? Doritos has a sponsorship outside. I think it's the what's the one with the
La Quinta.
Sphinx?
To my little
Out
Quinta.
front.
The Bellagio.
No, the Bellagio is the one with the
With the
With the
water,
water.
yeah. I know what
what's
you're
the
talking
name of the
MGM.
hotel with the Sphinx out front? I think it started with an L.
about. Yeah, I think it is something
The
like
Luxor or something like that.
Probably the Luxor.
that. The Lux Hotel.
Yeah.
That sounds about right. The Luxor.
So
Luxor, yeah.
yeah, so the hotel is shaped like a
Pyramid.
pyramid.
Yeah.
So Doritos
Oh shit.
got for the Super Bowl has a sponsorship, and they will be having a big ass Dorito on the front of the pyramid, and it has Doritos big as hell right there.
Nasty word.
Wow.
That's
I
nasty
wonder how
word.
much that costs.
That's horrible.
Boy, that bag. Oh my god, that shit must have been crazy.
It's a nacho Dorito or is it
They could have paid some
ranch?
YouTuber to just play an ad for them real quick. Like,
I mean, the NFL been waiting for this for a long time.
This Vegas money?
That
It's
Las
Vegas
Vegas,
money.
yeah.
with Pat Mahomes in it
And the 49ers.
and the 49ers.
I know the Raiders is sick.
Man.
You go ahead, Chiefs, 49ers.
They've been waiting on this for a long time. This is going to be the most lucrative Super Bowl ever.
Yeah.
And add all of the Swifties to the deal.
Yep.
Whew.
And Taylor Swift, perfect timing.
And did you see what the corny ass airplanes did? Name one flight after her. The year both of them were born, after her naming her song, 1989, and then the flight coming home from Kansas City is 87. So leaving from Kansas City to Vegas, the flight is 1989. Coming home is 87.
Everyone's milking.
Bro,
Gematria.
milking
Sounds
the
like Gematria.
That's crazy.
fuck out of
Sounds like
this,
Gematria, EB.
The Matrix.
Gematria.
Hey, but if that number,
I-
if the
where-
number that they said is true,
Where is
she-
Morpheus? Because I
She
need
got
to go.
300.
You ready?
She over 300
You
million.
take that bitch together, man.
300
That red
million
pill.
in
I
revenue.
need it, bro.
You
Because
need to
this
fuck
shit
up outta here.
is spooky, bro.
It's planned. Nothing's real.
Yeah.
I had
Very
bought
true.
in some other news, man. I had bought this this product that I had been seeing on Instagram. I forget what it's called, but it's made out of seashells and
From the seashore.
from the ocean.
Yeah, no.
And it cleans pesticides and chemical off your fruit, right? So I bought some tomatoes, put the shit in it. So you stir it and let it sit in water and soak for like 2 to 5 minutes, depending upon what it is. And you can literally see the pesticides coming off of your fruits and vegetables.
And your fruit look way shinier and
Man,
brighter.
listen. So as it's soaking, the water is turning orange as I'm straining the shit off of the fruit, the tomatoes. Nothing's real. They wanna pollute us for anything and everything for our minds,
bought
for our
some,
bodies.
I forgot what it was called, but I bought some
What's the name of that shit?
fruit and vegetable water, and like I did it with the strawberries when I first bought it, and I ain't never seen strawberries so red in my motherfucking life. I was like, damn, that's what I was eating.
Yeah. So if you don't use this stuff, you eating all that chemical.
Sheesh.
I got it off of Bezos' app.
Shout out, man. I mean, if y'all want to plug it. I mean, you know, we ain't opposed to it. I mean, everybody else out here getting to it. I mean, why can't we have a little
He
bit?
ain't the CEO anymore. He just the majority shareholder.
The
It's
figurehead.
just a name.
Get that money.
Listen, when a nigga
Getting
can
that
get
money.
his wife 300 bill and not hurt,
And not bat an eye.
bitch up.
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 All the way.
300 B's, Dom. And not think about it twice.
I'm disappearing on niggas.
Fuck out my face.
Give me one. Y'all niggas will never see me again.
Oh, it's called Renovera.
I'll be in a mountain somewhere
Man,
Oh,
what?
this is the shit that you got.
Yeah.
with the lake out some
Well, they got the tomatoes
on a
in there,
grill
too,
every
B.
day.
That's exactly how I look.
To
Shirt
confirm
off.
your
That's exactly how I look.
confirm your story.
Like
You know I had a heater right there with
That's
the
how I
outdoor
look.
kitchen, nigga.
So shout out to Renovera.
Sponsored by
Listen to the
Renovera.
music though.
This segment is sponsored by Renovera.
Yeah, they got some really, really good fruit and vegetable cleanser. So you ain't got to eat all that chemical. You and your kids. I know you care about your kids.
Yeah.
And truth be told, all that chemical is making your kids go cuckoo. And you.
No, I wash my fruit and shit. No,
So
like I
make sure
told
you-
you, I seen that one day. I kept buying that shit.
Make
Like,
sure you-
bruh,
I don't remember paying that. That must be a 2-pack because I ain't pay quite that much for it. It was only like $20 when I got it. So that must be a double.
matter of fact, you reminded me. I think we running low. I need to go to. the
I need
grocery
to
store.
get some more too. And this lasted me for like half the year. You know, all I eat is veggies and shit. So
That's
go
good.
figure. All right, so let's get into this NFC AFC Championship recap.
Why?
Cause I'm mad at the motherfucker too, John. I got some shit to
You want
say.
me to do it again?
No, I got it this week, just though.
I won this man last year. Crazy.
We wasn't.
No, cause I put
Not
against
at all.
y'all because y'all beat us in the wild card on some fluke shit.
Because I don't. The Eagles beat the Niners,
I picked the Niners to win.
and then the Chiefs beat y'all again. Or now, well,
Well,
I'm saying, that's what I'm saying.
well,
I'm saying.
this year for some of us, there was
Playoffs.
more interests. Like it was just more than the game for me. You know, watching the Lions, bro. It was more than the game. Like I lived in Detroit, I experienced that. So I know.
it was a lot of eyes on Detroit, and a lot of people wanted to see the Ravens.
Both sides. The
Yeah.
podcast felt these championship games heavy.
So, get into it. I'm gonna go to the later game because I have more to say, obviously, about the earlier one. NFC Championship game was in Santa Clara, California.
Wherever the
Yes,
fuck
it
Levi
was.
Stadium is.
It was.
In Levi Stadium, Niners versus the Detroit Lions. Detroit jumped out early,
Boy,
24-7 at half.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Early on, like knee jerk, I'm like, damn, nigga, the Lions might win the Super Bowl, nigga. Like, and then when I seen that nigga waving, my whole energy changed.
And then-
my whole energy changed. Like, damn, these niggas about to blow it.
And then the aforementioned C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
CJGJ.
Yeah. He's
Prematurely.
so nobody catch him.
prematurely waved goodbye to the San Francisco Niners fans going into halftime.
And, you know, in the second quarter with 5 minutes left.
Going into halftime, the Niners came out and administered 27-0 run.
Jesus.
And that was pretty much the ball game, ladies and gentlemen. I said ladies and folks. Ladies and gentlemen. Niners are going back to the Super Bowl. What are your thoughts, gentlemen?
Before everybody go, question: how do y'all feel if we play? How do y'all feel about what Dan Campbell said during his press conference?
That was our best chance.
Hated that.
That wasn't the right time.
I hated that.
He could have worded it differently. Like it just.
I don't think that matches
that
his
response tells me he knew he blew it. So what he should have said is, you know what, I blew it.
That's exactly
But we'll be back. Listen, I ain't got no problems with anybody being aggressive. But when it's week 7 against the Bears and you want to go for it, do that shit.
That's all fine and dandy.
Great. But in the national championship and the NFC championship game, you need points at any cause.
Exactly.
And listen, just by chance, the kicker may miss it. I don't care. That may happen. But at least you tried to get points. To go for it on 4th and longs?
Yeah, that's what the egregious part was.
You weren't even trying to even cook some shit up.
Right.
Now,
Wasn't
the
no
receiver
razzle
did drop one. The last one was just stupid. Y'all worked too fucking hard for this. Hey, listen, guys, trust me. Let's try to get these 3 knocked out. So just in case they score, they still down 2 scores, 3 scores. Because you knew they was gonna make a run.
Exactly.
The script said they was gonna make a run.
You gotta put up points, man. You can't leave points out there.
You can't. So one drive, you boom, you get it back, defense stop them good. Then you fumble the bitch on their side of the field. You cooked.
Anytime you see that happen where momentum plays come consecutive, it's writing on the
It's a-
wall.
it's a wrap.
It's
That's
the writing on the
lost
wall.
the
Like,
Especially at
football
this
game.
caliber of team.
Yeah, it's like-
And that
And,
catch by you, boy.
And Michael Irvin said this Friday before the
that was an
weekend.
incredible catch.
Incredible.
He said regular season games are possession by possession. NFC championship, AFC championship games is play by play.
Mm-hmm.
One play can fuck up the whole game for you.
Nah, facts.
And we seen it. It just you can pile the mistakes up like that.
And they was playing very loose and
bound to
carefree,
yourself.
obviously in the first half. And then, they had quite a few drops in that third quarter.
They got cocky.
Because it got what
They let their foot
Officer
off the
Carr
gas.
say, the pressure, burst the pipe. They start feeling it. You start hearing it and from the other players. We coming, no homo. The score getting close. You know what I'm saying? It's a psychological warfare out there again. And your coach got to step up and say, hey guys, we're gonna settle down. We're gonna get 3 points right here. We're gonna kick the 46-yard field. We're gonna attempt it.
This whole drive, we wasn't for nothing.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hate when coach.
So,
if you don't have something
Because
solidified,
that's people don't understand. That's momentum too.
Yeah, it
When
is.
you drive down
They
and you
get
don't
3
get
points?
nothing, that's momentum
Man, please.
for the game. That's energy swinging the other way.
I-
We just got them off 0 points. No points given up.
And the score of the game 34-31.
Yep.
You lost by 3 points. I mean,
So even if you made one of them, like you said, even if you missed
if
one,
this
made
one,
the other one.
so
You're
instead
not
of,
game.
instead of going down to tie the game, you going down maybe to win the game.
Campbell, bro. This is a hard lesson.
But you're right there, Hive. I'm not about to do what I do in week 10 and week 7 in the NFC Championship. I can't afford it.
But you said it best though. His response shows you that he felt
He
fucking
fucked up.
blew it.
He ain't gonna say that.
so I got 2 things.
Cause they got a good team. They could be in this situation next year.
I got 2 things. One, this is the same reason why I say he should have just went for the kick against Dallas.
We did agree on that, yeah.
No, some disagree with it, but
I see what you want for the fucking point.
I see what you're saying.
2, I know the analytics of today.
Yeah, of course, right.
Go get the fourth and such. If you run the ball here, it's 72% completion percentage, whatever the fuck. But real football players and real people that watch football know, if I get 3 here, they're
they're calling plays and coaching different.
Yes, they are.
If I don't get nothing, the game, they're calling plays and coaching different.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, everybody wants to get 7. Nobody goes down there to kick a field goal. But the field goal is not the ultimate loss. The ultimate loss is you turn that bitch over, or which is what 4th down is. It's a turnover on down.
Right.
It's just not in the column. It's not in the turnover column, but it's the same momentum. If you were to fumble that bitch right there, or if you were to throw a pick right there, you don't have the ball no more. So I don't. You get points when you can get points, bro. It's the NFL. It's the best of the best out here,
Too hard to come by.
especially in this game.
It wasn't like 4th and 1, 4th and inches. Like,
Well, one was a 4th and 4. I think the other one was a 4th and 6. And all you need, I mean, it's not a chip shot for the kicker, but it's a
But,
45.
okay.
40, you know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
EB.
40
And
yard
if
kick.
your mind,
NFL kicker should be able to make that
and
shit.
then
Facts,
if
because he already did.
and then if your mind, you know you want to go for it on 4th down on this drive.
Yeah,
Third down play
right.
should be to get you closer.
He's
Right.
close to that, yeah. And the crazy part about it is he fucking mulled over before the kick he made it going into half. He mulled that bitch over until the last possible second. He said, "Okay, go for 3," because he was about to go for it then, and they would have went into halftime potentially 21-7 versus the 24-7.
I hate when coaches chase points. It's the worst shit. It's cringy as fuck to me. Like, why are you reaching,
I don't know
bro?
why I listen to Detroit radio this week. I should have.
Why you reaching?
You don't have to do that. That shit doesn't win you the locker room.
And my thing is, you up, you score again.
It's harder.
You're demoralizing them. You
Just
don't
keep getting
score
bigger and
now.
bigger, right?
Now the
20
momentum that was building on you is now fucking over exceeding, and it's coming out like a fucking volcano.
27-7.
Oh, facts.
27-7 versus
That's crazy.
because what they do? They got that lucky ass bounce off the hands of the helmet.
Yep.
Boom on the next damn near play.
Yep. That's how
Game
that's how it
changes
be,
right
bro.
there.
That's how
It
be.
happens fast, super fast.
Football guys, oh, you gonna deny me my 3-point? Okay, we gonna turn the tide. So sorry, Lion fan, man. I was on my couch. I couldn't believe it. I said, just know this motherfucker's
Died
not
on the
gonna do
sewer,
this.
but do that shit in the press conference too, man. That shit was corny.
Corny as
I
hell.
don't
This
like
is,
how
I
he
think
did
I think this was our best shot.
His energy
What?
was never like that.
Like,
From day
how do
one
you
he
walk-
got hired, he was
Yeah.
never acting like that. You don't walk out in the press conference and say some dumb shit.
Cause
like
look, hold on. Cause look, last year, this is not good going into this year. This energy they got going into next year. Cause last year, they just missed the playoffs.
It was coming
They
up
beat
high.
Green Bay
And
in
knocked them
Lambeau, and they like, nigga, we coming next year. Pause.
It was the first time they beat Green Bay and Lambeau in a decade, I believe.
Decade,
Like,
yeah.
You
Y'all
coming off
lost
a
by
high
3
high.
points. Like, why do you feel like this is your best opportunity?
Once again, people miss the point that game managing is not.
It's
bad.
not a negative.
Steve Young would have been down 21-7 though.
Not with that man he
24/7.
Sure.
Which one? Yeah, both of them niggas.
Shit.
He's been so dead.
Man.
It bothers me how people come up with these titles, acronyms, whatever the fuck you want to call them, and then
It's for the clickbait.
once they put somebody in that mold, then they want to fight like hell to get them out. So you already put them in that category, then it must be true. And like you said, it's not a bad thing.
Just who you are.
Quite frankly, moving it before we move ahead, Pat Mahomes managed the game in this. Kansas City didn't fucking score in this half.
No,
He managed the game.
No,
So
I'm
to some,
into it.
I mean, he makes
Yeah,
some
we-
plays
we-
down
we-
the stretch.
we-
I get that, but like,
You're right. You're absolutely right.
You know
But
what
I'm
I'm
gonna get
saying?
more. I'm gonna get more into depth.
but the thing is, yeah, he needed to make some explosive plays. Why? Because they were down a shitload of points.
Mm-hmm.
You played like you had nothing to lose. They were already down.
And right,
It
Exactly.
just ain't no tomorrow, bro. This it.
But if you're battling, I bet we don't see
I mean,
that.
so we really can't have this particular debate until it's a different kind of game.
I want to see him go fucking be dominant without all his guys. When it's just one of the three. or a 4. 2 of the 4, like we
Even
saw
when,
that this year. That shit looked much
even
different.
when Debo was gone, they're a totally different offense. We've
Just-
seen that. They're a totally different offense.
That's when I see game manager. That's when, of course it's gonna be easier to run because everybody worried about these motherfuckers running down the field.
And that's exactly what happened.
They worried about 23 in the backfield if you're doing a play action. They're gonna bite on that because that
Because,
motherfucker was in Carolina. You get touch him, he was injured, and now he breaking every damn tackle.
Bruh,
He's
bruh.
crazy.
First
So, yeah,
contact
they worried
is
about it.
non-existent to him.
They
Because
worried
I'm quite sure when they prepared defensively, they weren't counting him rushing the ball.
Right.
Not at all.
That wasn't part of their game plan.
Not at all.
11, 19, 23, 85. Where are they at?
In 71.
They're 71. We need extra guys on his end.
So
That's- So yeah, he's still a game
But shout
manager.
out to the Niners.
It's still a good thing.
And shout out to Brock Purdy. We ain't piling on you. You played
perform-
great.
You
You
performed
played
well.
good. Yeah.
Shout out to you. You're a good quarterback.
Go win the Super Bowl.
Not a
man.
lot of guys can do that.
Go win the Super Bowl.
God, expensive. 20,
You
no,
better.
30. They on a 30-year drought.
It's not easy.
Last one was 30 years ago.
It's not easy.
Is that what Dan Campbell said? What he said?
No,
Yeah.
shit's not easy.
Yeah, the
No,
Niners
it's
have
not.
been.
You
They've
may
been.
not
They've
never
been
be
to 2 since then, and they 0-2 in both of them.
You got scammed out of the first.
You said it ain't easy, but you going for it on 4th down when you're up 7.
We was putting foot to ass. we
Of
got
course.
scammed out of
That's what I'm
that.
saying. It's not easy. So you got to get them 3 points if you can.
That's a fact, dude.
They tried to. They tried to Tom Brady us before Tom Brady.
I just, I can't think who the Lions coach was in 1991. Was it Wayne Fuentes?
Let's see.
I couldn't tell you that.
I wasn't born.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you that.
But
I don't know who's on the team though.
he wasn't going for it on 4th and nothing, especially
That
with Barry
wasn't
Sanders
that
in the
wasn't a big
backfield.
thing back then.
But I mean, I understand that though. But I'm quite sure at that level,
Analytics has ruined sports.
You were correct, EB.
It's the,
Wayne Fuentes was kind of he was an ethnic guy.
He was. What's his record? 66 and 67 as in his tenure.
He had quarterbacks named Eric Kramer and Scott Mitchell. So
Kramer.
good luck with that. But
He didn't have Rod.
he did have Ronnie Pete was always hurt, man. Holly Pete must have been something else back in the day.
Coach from the
Hey,
80s.
I see her today.
You
Still look good. Woo!
To this day.
to this day.
Niggas don't talk about her enough.
Bruh. One of them ones.
No, facts.
She-
I was watching Mr. Cooper like.
Yeah, she
Fa-
was.
Yeah, me too,
boy.
bruh.
Holly Robinson, boy, Pete.
No, she nice.
Woo. Anyway,
Yeah,
so
we off subject right
all right, let's
We can get back onto that maybe at the end.
For sure.
Y'all want to talk about the AFC? You got a monologue? Go ahead. I'll put this down.
For sure, sir.
Yeah, she cold.
Let's know about your Pat Mahomes experience, huh?
Go back.
Along with the refs.
Man.
You only pay 10 seconds of that.
I know.
Yeah.
So in the earlier game, Kansas City Chiefs from Missouri traveled to the east side of the United States to Baltimore, Maryland to play the Ravens
At the bank.
at the bank on the shore.
Crab cakes.
Galore. Flowing. Abundance. And unfortunately, the home team did not get it done. Final score 17-10.
Ouch.
I would like to hear you guys' thoughts before I express mine.
Penalties. Turnovers. got to capitalize. And you know, I can't really even put it on any one person on the team because I mean technically it was a close game. It was 7-7 right after the first quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't it?
It was 14-7 after the first quarter.
Was it? Okay, so I mean it was
They scored on their first
yeah. So I mean it's
It's
just
not the first quarter was 7-7.
7-7. Yeah.
Oh, I'm just, but I know they scored on their first two
17,
drives.
Yeah, they kind of came back and scored. They didn't. I mean, it's kind of hard to say. This was a strange game for me to try to break down.
What's strange about it?
Pace, the whole feeling, like
It was very helter skelter.
yeah, it just something wasn't right. I'm gonna
It
keep
was
sweating.
it was no flow on either side of the ball.
Yeah, like it wasn't no I mean, energy was definitely there from the crowd. I mean, it was definitely pumped, but it didn't translate on the field. And even Harborough is aggressive on fourth down. He didn't really go for a lot of fourth downs. And so, to me, they didn't play the way they played all year, especially offensively. Defense did their job. They held them 17 points, and that's what you're supposed to do. I just don't think, for all the cause for me, okay, and and I know I had my battles with OBJ on the show because what I don't consider a lot of production here in Cleveland, but I'm talking on the phone with somebody. I'm third quarter. I'm like, damn it, is Odell playing today? I didn't even know he was on the field until he had his first catch in the third quarter. I'm like, what fuck?
Mm-hmm.
He ain't involved. And so,
absolutely. Listen, all you said, I'm agreeing with everything you saying right now.
so me personally, like, I love Andrews. He's our best player, but I don't need to try to integrate him in this game. Maybe in the Super Bowl we have 2 weeks to prepare. We'll get you back in here, bro. But tonight we gonna, what I'm saying? When you try to do too much, and so I don't know. It was just a weird game. I mean that was the script. Fuck it.
And, like, I don't know if cause y'all usually y'all not trailing, so I don't know if that's kind of threw y'all game plan off because y'all was playing from behind, but it wasn't like they was blowing y'all out. Like the game was always in reach, even throughout the mistakes, the penalties and shit like that. But it's like the lack of running the ball. I just didn't understand what the fuck is going on. Like this is I'm not watching.
You being too generous.
Yeah, I'm
That
not.
was
This is not the Baltimore
Yeah.
Ravens team I'm used to watching.
That was uncharacteristic.
I'm gonna get
too.
to that, but I want y'all to get all
And then
your shit off.
also like you said, the penalties. Like when you play a team like Kansas City, you got to go against Pat Mahomes and all that. Everything that's behind them and the refs and all that, you can't beat yourself. You can't have penalties. Can't turn the ball over. Like you got to play damn near perfect football. And even though everything went wrong, y'all still had a chance to win in the end. It was tough to watch, man. It was tough to watch. Like you said, the defense held their own in the second half. They gave y'all every opportunity to win, but offense let it down.
No.
I'm not just gonna put it on
Yeah,
Lamar.
No takeaways.
And
No takeaways.
it's not just the players, the coach. It's coaching too. Like it could have been a better game plan. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it felt like what you were complaining about a lot last year was happening again. Kind of like I felt that same vibe. Like, get to what you do good. There was a lot of thinking. It felt like it was just a lot of thinking. Shit wasn't working perfectly, but it's the conference championship. Everything wasn't working perfectly, but they were forcing a lot of new shit that's not their identity. They got away from their identity, and this is identity football in the conference championship. Even Odell, like I saw that clip of him mic'd up on the sideline, like,
Yeah,
bro,
tell
your
him,
legs changed the game. Like, this is what you do. I don't know if you sat up and watched all the film or all the media and was like, you got to throw in the playoffs. He's not going to work enough that shit. And then we see Brock Purdy go out there and run the ball. And you're like, dang, imagine if that was Lamar out there running the fucking ball. He might be 100+. Few touchdowns. Like, who knows?
That's a fact.
That's a whole dynamic you just remove from the game because you want to throw the ball 40 times. But y'all were, like you said, they weren't down OD.
No.
It's not like you had to
Ever.
throw yourself back in the game
Ever.
because
They
you
were
need to
never
save
down.
clock.
And let me say this before Dom go, and then I go into my shit. It wasn't like the 40 passes were like efficient passes. We're throwing that bitch 20, 25 yards down the
Yep.
field on. Go ahead. Go if you
Yeah.
want to finish, keep going, and then
Just-
go ahead.
no,
Dom.
It just felt like they were trying to make it like 8 outdo 15. 8 is doing what 15 does better than him. That's what I kind of felt like was happening, especially since the defense was playing so well. It's just like, go out there and show them out. And I was like, that's just not how y'all play. Go hand the ball off. I think you said who?
Gus Edwards had 3 carries. Justice Hill had 3 carries. Lamar carried the ball 8 times.
And their average
5 of them were scrambles.
and their average yards per carry was good. It was great. This is what you want.
Well, Gus was, and we only had 3 of them bitches.
It's like what?
Man, Gus had a 7-yard run. I think it was like the first quarter. They ran
No,
off the
his
right
first, his
tackle.
first carry went for 15.
Yeah, 15 was as long.
15. That was his first carry of the game.
I'm like, I seen that. I'm like, oh, it's about to get ugly.
Like imagine you're running the ball, with the defense playing that well. 15's off the field
Hey, man.
constantly.
This,
He's off the field the whole game.
Because they was killing y'all in time of possession too.
This is
Yeah,
a
they were
script.
going on long drives.
They
sure.
no points in the second half for the Chiefs. We seen them do that before this year.
And someone like Lamar, even though we know Lamar
Right.
can pass those who know Lamar can pass the ball. He's not just he's not
He
a
proved
running
it all
quarterback.
year. That's why he's the MVP.
He's a quarterback. We
Not
know
gonna win
that.
the game.
But the identity of them is running the ball, smash mouth football, and then you can open up, take your shots to Zay, take your shots to Likely, take your shot to OBJ and the other receivers they got, Nelson and shit like that. It was just like, bro, it was hard to watch. It was hard to watch offensively.
It was.
And even the end, like when they got the Larry Hunt trophy, whatever the fucking name of that trophy is, it wasn't like they was excited.
It wasn't.
It's Lamar.
Lamar
It's
Hunt,
named
right?
after their first owner.
The Chiefs,
Okay.
yeah. And I think he was like one of the guys that ushered in the merger. Of the,
Mhm.
It was like
Two
something, it was
leagues
hope
and
home. Yeah, we're going back to the Super Bowl.
He named.
yeah.
He named.
Well, it was
the
ugly
Super
for them
Bowl.
too. They knew it was ugly.
Yeah,
they knew they got out there to skin of their teeth too.
Goddamn was
It's 2 years in a row. They got out skin of their teeth.
egregious.
That second half was awful. They knew they just got bailed out
So
by some iffy
but
play call.
when it comes down to this level of football and the play, this is the margins.
Yep.
Like you said, it's not possession, but it's play by play. It's play to play.
So I'm gonna get into it.
Go ahead, John.
Yes.
You got the floor, man.
First drive, I kind of figured we wasn't gonna do shit. I was football me figured we would go 3 and out if we got the ball first. Fan me was kind of hoping we would pop that bitch off and go score.
So,
Happens. Pat does what Pat does. They go down, score 7-0. But what gave me hope and was like, y'all came to play is we came right back down and we throw the bomb to Zay Flowers for the touchdown. I said, y'all came to play today.
mm.
This is what I wanted to see. Is you be able to respond to him in a way that, hey my nigga, I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
You not about to this ain't what you thought it was. You not about to come in here and walk all over nobody. KC go down and score again. And what was killing me was in the first half, the Chiefs did what we should have been doing to them. It's 3rd and 6, they convert. 3rd and 8, conversion. The time of possession in the first half was just so fucking lopsided. I'm like, bro, Lamar's barely been on the field.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, with the defense not being able to get off the field on them 3rd downs and even 4th down sometimes when KC would go for them, I think it started to speed Lamar up and speed that offense up. Like, okay, we got to go try to score.
Definitely did.
Our possession,
You're
our
not getting the
possession
same
getting
amount
tight.
of opportunity as they
as
did.
we
No, for
used
sure.
to. We won't be able to run our offense. But like you said, and you made a great point, that game was never out of reach.
Mm-hmm.
It never got out of hand.
But
It was
playing lights out.
But it never felt like y'all was in the game either, though. No matter.
That's because, and I understand what you're saying also
Yeah.
because they weren't thinking like how we were thinking. It's before they even get to that field goal, it's 14-7, y'all.
Exactly.
They were playing.
Calm down.
They were playing like they were down 3 scores.
They were playing like they were playing like the Niners had to play against the Lions,
Exactly.
and there was no need to.
No effects.
And all you did was play into the Chiefs' hands.
Yep. Like they're running nickel defense all
And
game,
blitzing
bro.
everybody.
Blitzing everybody.
I didn't see what, and like I said earlier about the passes, the 40 passes. What I said about who were we talking about? I think it was last week or 2 weeks. Oh no, it was wild card weekend about Jalen Hurts. Y'all are not running no blitz beaters. There's no hot routes.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we did run one, we hit Justice Hill on a swing route. He getting 15 yards, 11 yards, 15 yards a pop.
No
What?
effects.
Keep doing. Back them up.
Exactly.
Get them off you, and then let's go do what we do.
Take what they
It's a
give you.
light box. Give it to 35.
Exactly.
Gotta take what they give you.
If he wants to keep sending 6-7, let's keep popping his ass for 15, 20 yards. And back their goofy ass up and make them play honest defense. But now you just letting them pin their ears back and they're coming to get you.
Right.
That's the first 3 quarters. So we get to I'm gonna speed past all that shit. For offensive sake. We get to the 4th quarter, they're not blitzing anybody, Lamar. They're sending 4 people and they're dropping everybody out of there. They're not even leaving a spy on you. But I've said this about him since he's won that MVP and he didn't get it done against the Titans. He's a young dude. He watches IG, he watches all that shit. He hears what Stephen A and Shannon and everybody and Mina and Dan and everybody on Speak for Yourself and Nick Wright hating on him. He hears all that.
And let me say this real quick, John. In this day and age, everybody hears that shit. It's hard not to hear it.
Right.
Even if you're not seeing it, you got friends, family seeing it, sending it to you. Everybody see it because this is the era we in.
And y'all have heard me say this multiple times on here. Why would I take somebody's superpower away from them? That's handy. That's like taking Patty's.
This the Jedi.
That's like taking Patty's improvisation away from him. If he can't Pat, you can't improvise. I want to see you not improvise and win a Super Bowl. You gotta stand still in the pocket. You can't move.
1, 2,
You
3,
can't
give it
throw
the
that bitch
ball.
off. You can't jump. Throw a bitch off sideways. No, you gotta stand right here. And if you get sacked, you get sacked. How would that look for him?
It ain't gonna look too good. It's gonna look very average.
Hey Josh,
I don't think he took
you
off
6'5",
1 time,
260. You can run like a gazelle, and you built like a motherfucking locomotive. But don't use it.
Right.
You got a cannon. You can throw that bitch 95 yards. I don't want you throwing that bitch over 50. Why do we talk? Why do we get on these networks and handicap that? This is how he got here.
Exactly.
Because they want you to fail.
We were enamored by that's his superpower. And I said, and they've been saying it. I've heard it. And I said now as a adult, they built you up to tear you down. And Justo came in here and said it pre-pod. Y'all been shitting on this boy his whole motherfucking career about running.
Since the combine.
The second he sit in the pocket and try to prove to y'all that he can throw that bitch out there, Lamar, why didn't you just take off and run, bitch?
But he should have though.
No, you're right, and that's what I said. I've been saying this since 2019.
He said that.
He's like the media getting to his head that Lamar, you can't win the way you play football, and that's not true.
Number 1 seed for a reason.
That's not true, bro.
No facts.
You just won a divisional game. You threw for 150 and ran for 150. There are other ways to skin a cat, bro.
No facts. Especially
Everybody doesn't do it the same.
Exactly.
You don't. And I want to, and this is why I tried to stay off social media and stay away from all sports shows, because I seen RG3 say something, and I wanted to say something to him, bro. This is the reason why you don't play anymore, because you tried to be something that you're not.
Right.
and you got yourself hurt. Stop trying to handicap these niggas from their superpower abilities. He's still young. He can still develop into that. He's good. Listen, y'all can't touch them niggas in the pocket anyway. He's got more time than usual.
Mm-hmm.
But stop trying to handicap these niggas and blow it down on. That's how he win football games. No matter what y'all say about it, that's how he's won football games. So y'all can't come. He comes to the biggest game of his life and then tries to prove to y'all that he's trying to throw the ball and he don't run, and then y'all come on TV and talk about how he should have been running the ball.
It's asinine.
Y'all just said he couldn't win a bowl like that. Let that nigga play football, bro. Let him do what he do. And I hate, he's going to get himself hurt.
He's
Could
one
you
of the
tell me
more
how Joe
careful
Burrow got hurt
No,
this year?
He's
one
probably
of the more
most
careful,
He's
right?
probably the most careful.
In the pocket.
rushing
He
quarterback.
got hurt twice. Both times in the early. Both times he got hurt in the pocket.
He's
How
hella
did Kirk
careful.
Cousins get hurt this year?
He gets down. He goes out of bounds. He's untouchable, so he gets away. That narrative.
Man, he always.
He's always getting away.
Always. There's nobody.
Lamar has-
Even if it's 0 yards, he's running out of bounds.
Exactly.
Like,
Lamar
he's
has
not-
to be him, man. He can't worry about being
But
quarterback.
and I
That's-
can't.
that's
I,
stepping
I'm
stone.
not, and I'm not trying to cape for him because that's my quarterback. He had some horrific plays where I was pulling my motherfucking locks out my hair. I'm not cape. That fucking pass he threw in the end zone into triple coverage. I wanted to punch him in his fucking face, bro. That wasn't it.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way that was your read. But like I said, he was pressing. Bro, we in the red zone. I understand what happened the last drive when Zay fumbled, but we still have an opportunity. Your defense did their fucking job. It's still 17-7, bro. Get us points. Because if you kick a field goal there, it's 17-10. Your defense does what it does again, you have another opportunity to go tie the game or get us another 3. So now we're putting the pressure back on Kansas City
That's what I'm
instead of
about
that
to say.
shit being on
Or
us.
put Pat in a situation where he got to go win the game,
And they
not
been
me
struggling.
giving the game away. Yeah.
And thank you.
And I got the best
back to
defense.
I'm gonna go back to the defense from the first half. First half they looked fucking abysmal,
Yeah, he was
carving them the fuck up.
He was picking them apart. I think he had like how many incompletions?
He started the game
11
10 for 10.
11 for 11.
Yeah.
It was
That's
11
fucking
for 11.
crazy.
I was like,
yeah, this.
and
Bro, I'm sitting at the house like, oh, this nigga about to go for
nigga, Trav had 11 targets for 11 catches.
Right, though. That was wild.
I'm just like, you cannot let him.
wild.
You can't let him beat you.
Right.
He's
This-
the only
this
one they
could've-
got.
this
Yeah,
could've
he's
been-
the only one
This
they
could have been a
got.
game plan. Like, you can't let him go the fuck off.
And that's what I said. I was like, bro, the thing was, what hurt us at the beginning of that game was, if you let him get in rhythm with that nigga, it's gonna be a long day for you.
Facts.
You gotta make him beat you with the other niggas.
Mm-hmm.
Cause once them two get going, everybody else around them start building confidence in them.
Yep.
No, facts.
But if you start making him go to them early, where he really don't have confidence in most of them out there,
And
Now,
this,
his
this
confidence-
nigga, he
now,
got the
he-
most
he-
confidence in. So if I can't get him the ball, then his confidence ain't gonna be the same. It's gonna go down some. He's still
That's-
gonna be Pat, but
that's
you gotta take him away. You
Them
can't
other
let.
guys struggling now. Imagine like that pressure's on them too. Like, oh shit, I gotta step up. If 87's not doing it, what the fuck am I about to go do? That shit just builds when you take out them top guys. Yeah, that shit was
Like
looking
you said,
rough.
play to play.
But
They tightened
Come
their
in
ass
them.
up.
second half,
They tightened up.
I don't know what nobody said, or I might have an inside source that the 3 horsemen came in there and had something to say to that defense. Cause the second half, they look like the number 1 defense in the motherfucking NFL, like they've been playing all year.
Mm-hmm.
And they held Pat to under 100 yards and 0 points.
Did everything they had to do.
But
Every fucking chance.
And then everybody want to
It
blame.
was under 70. Like I think he only had like 60 or something
Yeah,
like
he
that.
had 60
Like it was
yards.
some.
And I killed Arthur at the end of the game. But at the end of the day, bro, that's a bang play. It's a 50-50 ball. I feel like it shouldn't have came down to that. Because y'all was playing so fucking lights off. Our offense, we should have put up at least 2 touchdowns on in the second half.
No.
At least. Bare minimum.
That's somehow you get that energy from them. Like they are locking that motherfucker up right now.
And Zay, hell of a rookie year, bro.
And he actually had a good fucking game.
He was
fucking
going
cooking.
off.
It was cooking.
Hell of a rookie year, bro. More than what I expected. I'm not even gonna hold you. More than what I expected.
That's more than what I expected to. I ain't gonna lie.
You can't do that on the goal line, bro. I understand you was trying to make a play, but this is what I mean when we were pressing when we didn't need to.
Mm-hmm. And
If you catch that and turn it up and run it, you get banged at the one.
And
cool. We got Lamar and Gus Edwards in the backfield.
And
we getting.
They got 4 down.
Yeah,
we getting in that
because
motherfucker
he
end
just made the big play, so that was first down.
And
So
got
you
the
don't
taunt.
get it, it's second down. And I think he would have had the first down.
No, he got the taunt. You talking about the big catch?
No, I'm talking about when he went over the goal line.
That would have been the first time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like, and like you got to know situationally, the only time you sell out like that if it's fourth down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or it's end of the game type shit like Rams and Titans Super Bowl.
Yeah,
like,
Or if you're fucking down like the 49ers where you need a fucking score.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you said, they were acting like it
It's
was like that.
It was end of the third. If you get stopped, bro, we still got time to get 7 before the third, and we still got a whole quarter to play.
Yeah. And you in the middle of the field. Like I'm gonna try to
But
dive
that's what I'm
my
saying.
body in.
We lose
Not-
points with that.
Yeah.
The
That's
pick
tough.
that's at bare minimum 6 points.
Yeah.
So that's 13. Now we get the ball in the fourth quarter, we have a chance to go win the football game. Instead of trying to go tie it.
And that young defense got to tighten up.
And then to go back to the taunt thing, I thought it was cool until he spent the ball. When you spin the ball, then it's too much. It's OD.
So-
like pushing him off, like, all right, he on my leg. Like I should have every right to like get this nigga off of me. I thought that was cool because some niggas was complaining about that. I'm like, no, that's cool. If somebody on me and I can get him off me and then get up and get hype. Like Michael Irvin was saying, like I'm not necessarily trying to show him up, but I'm hype. I just made a play. I'm trying to get my team up.
Exactly.
We down, but then you spin the ball. That was just like, all right, they gotta throw the flag, bro. That was a little too much.
I feel like he could have did all that if he wasn't facing him. That's what it was. He was looking down at him, pump chest, spent ball, all that. If he was facing the crowd and did, like, say he, bitch, get off me like he should have did.
Yeah.
Like, get off my ankle, fam. You on some bullshit.
No, facts.
Even step over him. Like, hey, you still on the ground, watch out. And spent the ball and then was facing the crowd and did all that. I think they would let it slide. It was the fact that he was looking down at him on some Muhammad Ali shit.
Yeah, it was bad.
But he went and made up for it. Bro, you're 5'9", not 6'5". You cannot do that. You not Calvin Johnson, bro.
we didn't seen it too many times. Calvin Johnson not doing that.
But Calvin would have got in.
yeah, he here. He bullied. Fuck all this.
And that's what I said. I said, bro, if you'd have caught that and just kept turning up, I don't think they would have tried to tackle you.
And let's say you on the one. We hammering that bitch in. It's just a young mistake. That's all. I get
And
it.
I'm not. No,
It's a big
but
game.
I'm not.
You want to
but
make a
people
play.
But people putting the whole game on him for that.
No, that's too crazy. But I liked his response though. Like he felt bad, but he like, I'm gonna be one of the best receivers in this league. Like he know who the
This
fuck
is
he
rookie
is.
year,
Yeah,
right?
like
I'm here in my rookie year.
yeah, like
And
it's
that's
cool.
And that's all, the same shit goes for Lamar. Like,
And,
this is his first experience here.
And Nick Wright, hold your tongue, boy. My boy Zay better than Rasheed Rice. I need you to slow that
Easy.
shit down.
No, for sure.
Easy.
Come on, man, get the fuck out of here. He was better than him before the draft. You know what I mean? Like he been better than
I
him.
need you to hold that down.
That's not even a conversation.
And like I said, I respect niggas that stand in their bias, but your shit be just too OD for me. Yeah, I can't blame him for that, bro.
That's a learning experience for us.
Yeah, and I agree with EB's point about Mark Andrews. I'd have slow walked him into that game.
Yeah.
They tried to put that motherfucker back in like it was, like he had
Plug and
not
play,
been
like it
not been playing for the last 2
Yeah,
months.
they didn't need to do
Because
that.
Isaiah likely been no bullshit, been the best tight end in the league since Mark went down.
Balling.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not being biased because it's my team. Y'all can tell me if I'm wrong or right.
I ain't gonna lie, I've been watching.
Isaiah likely been
been
if not the best, he been top 3 tight ends in this league.
for sure.
He's been balling. I have no argument to that.
So I wouldn't have stopped that gravy train. I agree. I fully agree with what EB was saying because I said the same thing. I said if Mark come back, we have to slow walk him back in this game. We can't put him out there like he's all pro Mark Andrews.
So after all that being said, was it a choke job?
It's a script.
Yes and no. Because I feel like it was some shit, and I'm never this dude. But it was some shit that it was just too. Cause I said, and I was as I was watching the game, and me and my son was watching it. I'm like, for the team that leads the league in sacks and pressures, for us to have none, and y'all not calling no penalties on that O-line, who's been one of the worst O-lines in football, the fix is in, bro. You can't tell me the worst O-line versus the best sack team in the league, and we don't have no pressures, no sacks, and no penalties.
Hey, you ain't gotta tell me.
Math ain't math.
You ain't gotta tell me about a bad
It was
O-line.
some penalties.
You ain't gotta tell me about no.
Maybe not.
No, I'm talking
Okay,
about
okay,
later.
okay.
That's when we start getting back in the game.
On dropbacks and shit, because it was like on the screens and shit like that. That one guard, that nigga was holding like a motherfucker.
No, but that
was
but,
put niggas in
but
the chokehold.
that's what I'm saying. Once they start evening this shit up,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
when we got back in the game.
No, true.
Cause before that, these niggas was walking down the field. Bro, I seen one time Kyle Van Noy came off the edge. The left tackle grabs this nigga full hand of him and just sling him down. Not a peep. Pat step up. Pew. Bro, what? Jadeveon Clowney, come on. Do the hop step, try to come back inside. Nigga, whole right tackle got this nigga in a chokehold. Nothing. I said, oh. Bro, we led the league in sacks. So you telling me these niggas forgot how to pass rush today?
What's crazy is last year in the Super Bowl, the Eagles led the league in sacks, and they didn't get not one sack on Pat the whole Super Bowl, which is wild.
49ers got some guys that can rush the passer.
Right. They've been looking mid though.
We'll see. Yeah, they have. They have.
Can't blame that on them.
All them stars on their D line,
They for sure have.
But they've been looking mid without Pat.
We said that last week.
Yeah, they.
We said that about the Niners last
Since
week.
the wild card, yeah.
But like,
Or they didn't play wild card. Sorry, since
shout out to Pat and Trav did it again. Shout out to him. We just didn't get it done.
Justo's still alive in the pick'ems. Never pick against the guy. You know, you don't pick against the guy. Come on, man.
shit.
Shit, we all did. This would be the year too, though. To pick against them niggas.
I didn't see it.
No, I ain't pick against them.
Huh?
Right.
Come on, not the Super Bowl pick for just the last
Oh,
week
just
picks.
last week. Okay. Yeah. Only me and John picked the Ravens. Everybody else picked the Chiefs. He talking about overall though.
I picked, yeah.
My
Yes,
wild
sir.
card was wicked.
And I want to give a shout out to Mike McDonald. Great 2 years in Baltimore. You got your job in Seattle.
Youngest coach, 36 years young.
Well deserved. See, you know, take a quote from my man Hobb. Man, give my off season.
Rebound all season, man. Rebound all
I just
season.
Yep, get ready for 24.
I just want to see what we do next, man.
I can't wait.
Hey man, this is what part of the script, bro.
I guess not, man.
That doesn't fit Goodell's narrative.
At least y'all didn't say, this might have been our best chance.
Nah.
Yeah, at least they said, I'm only getting better from here. That's the type of fucking energy I
Lamar
need.
said I'll be back.
I need that energy.
Tell Lamar to start.
But this feels eerily like 2011.
Who can Lamar date to bring in billions more?
Well, Beyonce is with Jay, so that's off the table. Rihanna with ASAP.
Why she gotta be black?
I mean, Adele's with Rich Paul. I'm at the top of the food. I'm at the top of the food chain, ain't I?
Billie Eilish.
I don't think she got that pulled up.
Yeah, she don't got that.
She don't got
Yeah.
Swifty.
Man, that bitch can't sing, bro.
She got pulled up.
I don't know why.
I mean,
You don't- you don't
Jets
have to
when
be
it
able
got
to sing,
Sexy
bro.
Red, y'all see how that worked out.
Yeah, we missed the fucking
I'm sorry.
playoff. No, you're right. We went the wrong direction. Sauce, what are you doing, bro? We
No,
better
cause
than-
Sauce a real nigga like my nigga Lamar, bro. Niggas trying to keep it a bean, bro.
Yak,
I don't think you
Yak
don't.
ain't
If I
gonna
saw
cut it,
Lamar,
man.
if you saw Lamar singing that shit in training camp, you'd be a little iffy about that. Yeah, chill out, bro. Chill out, bro.
Encore.
Hey,
Listen, you can give her a
all,
hug in the
all I
game.
know
Don't
is
sing that shit in
I
training
remember
camp,
you being,
bro.
I said, I think I tweeted it, or if not,
Pittsburgh had Glorilla.
They still did.
Glorilla pulled up and
and we got Kodak. It's not working out for the niggas, bro. They don't want to see L. Jack and Yak. They want to see Swifty and Kelsey.
All right, so I
Detroit
guess
had Eminem. It don't get much bigger than that.
Look what they did for them.
Like Shannon Sharp said, it don't get much bigger than Taylor
Man,
Swift.
come on, man.
You gonna have to go get Michael Jackson.
Man, he said she bigger than him.
Oh yeah, he did.
I see. I ain't listened to the bit.
I didn't
I ain't
listen
do
to
that
it. I
shit.
saw
All,
the headline
all I
of
know
that.
that he was saying she was bigger than Beyonce.
And he said she's bigger than Michael Jackson.
Well, that's where we end that conversation.
We've already had this conversation.
Well, on
Y'all,
to the
matter of fact, y'all didn't even entertain the conversation when I brought it up.
What?
What you just said. 'Cause we already know the answer to that question. All right.
Numbers don't
Fuck
lie.
that bitch.
Super Bowl.
I don't care. I told my wife I really don't give a fuck. I don't.
Yeah.
Think Brock can pull Taylor
Shit,
from
bro,
Trev?
this one hurt more than
Hell
2011.
He ain't got no swag.
I-
I got swag.
This hurt more than 2011.
I remember a day where the Super Bowl was interesting and it was compelling. It hasn't been that way in a while.
When would you say?
Long time ago.
No bullshit.
I mean, especially from a rooting
La-
interest or
Last year was a good game.
it was a good game.
But I'm rocking with what you say, EB. The last time we were like anticipating some shit, let me put it on me. Last time we were like was Eagles Patriots.
Okay, I would say Saints Colts.
That nigga went way back.
You went way back.
Bears Colts. Who they weren't supposed. I mean, I know Peyton was supposed to beat Tom ever.
Those were some nasty Super Bowls. I ain't like those.
They weren't great games, but I mean, it was for. Oh damn,
No, the Bears Colts wasn't a good game.
That's-
The Colts Saints game was a good game.
that was a good game.
That was a great game.
Maybe the Broncos and the Hawks more recently.
But that was a letdown.
That shit got ugly.
No, that
But
was,
going into
Wait,
it,
if you
going
like,
into
if
it,
you
getting
love,
excited
you love
for it.
defense, then.
Getting
Broncos
excited for
Panthers.
it.
But I'm like,
I would say
they got
mine-
Broncos Panthers, but that was I think that was the year before the Eagles Patriots game. It was.
It was 2015.
Yeah.
but it,
No, it was it was Panthers,
Panthers, Broncos.
Broncos, then Falcons, Patriots.
Yeah.
That was a good game. It shouldn't have been, but
I was excited for the Rams Patriots one. That was a letdown.
That was a letdown.
Rams
Bro,
Titans.
That shit was ass.
we was at D House mad as fuck. I think niggas started
That
playing
shit
mad.
was ass, bruh.
Rams Titans.
That was one of the
That was
worst.
another one.
No, that was a banger. And he going back.
Right.
That was a banger though. That was a fucking banger.
Like they gon'
I was at elementary school.
They
When that
gonna
shit,
build. They gonna
that
try
was
to
a
build
fucking.
this
That was
shit
one of
up.
my
One of my
favorite
favorite
Super
ones to
Bowls.
watch though was Pittsburgh and
That was a
Arizona.
great game.
That was a good game.
That was a great game too.
But they gonna
That's
try
one
to
of my more
build
memorable
this shit
ones.
up.
No, cause look. Last
This
year,
ain't
There's no build up.
This ain't got no
no,
jazz.
that-
It has none, bro. Like it doesn't feel.
This ain't got no jazz.
last year it was
Your
the
game
Kelsey
was the
brothers.
game.
Last year it was the
That's the
Kelsey brothers. This year is Trav and Taylor Swift show.
Your game was the game. That was like that was supposed to be the
What
the one.
what true football enthusiast gives two stones about Taylor Swift?
Chris Collins.
Nobody.
Like you hear these grown men on the radio just
Salivating over
salivating.
this basic.
Can't name the song.
Let me shut up.
Man.
I can't.
Shut up.
I didn't know she was a thing. But look, that's because I don't listen to music all like that. But
Who pressed the button on her? Because there was a button pressed. She's not cute. She has no body. She can't dance. She can barely fucking sing.
We're-
Who pressed the button on this?
Somebody had to say it, dog.
It was-
Somebody had to say it.
but as a country singer, you can get marketed. Then she flipped pop. Remember, she came in as a country singer.
Who pressed the button?
What's the real popular
One of her Jewish uncles. Shit.
I don't know, but like
No, they hold all the power in this motherfucker.
Like you in a different realm of Hollywood when it comes to whatever's going on with that shit.
yeah. I mean, so I you know, maybe I'll find something else to do February 11th.
I think my son having a birthday.
Well, I mean, niggas gonna get together, so I may as well kick it. But I mean, it ain't gonna be for the game.
Man,
don't do
that.
It's gonna be
That's a
good
good
football.
game.
Come on
That's
now.
a good game.
These
That's
are
a good
two
man.
good
You
teams.
acting like
Let's not do that.
they just
Niggas
don't want anybody
Let's
in
not
there.
do that.
Listen, man, I'm you know, it allegedly turned a new year. I'm a new age. Just like this shit's it's mundane.
These is two good football teams.
My interests are changing,
Two
and I don't know
well-coached
what I'm
teams.
interested in anymore.
I feel you on that.
What am I supposed to get excited about?
Thought you was a fan of the patty melt with the Pacheco sauce.
It's a
and all
good
that
pick,
shit.
Dom. It's
It's
a
a
great
good
pick
pick.
when you're doing picks.
That's a good rebuttal.
You want to win the war,
That's a
right?
great
It's a great pick. San Francisco is a great pick. I ain't excited.
I think it's a
about
good
this
Super Bowl
shit.
matchup. Like we ain't gonna OD on that. I think it's.
Well, I am.
matchup.
I'm ODing.
I
All right,
think it's a good
state of the
Super Bowl
Cavs, man.
Oh, y'all didn't pick up.
Oh, you got to pick the game. Well, I'm out. All my picks is out.
I thought you said it was a good pick.
Oh, I
You
still
didn't
got,
pick San Fran. You
my
picked
my
Detroit.
picks ain't here.
No, but you still gotta make.
I picked
for the-
Cleveland.
for the total.
I
I'm
picked
saying,
Cleveland
you
and
still gotta
Detroit.
pick for the total.
So that's all I'm going to say. Cleveland. I picked Cleveland and Detroit.
No, but you still gotta pick for your total playoff pick.
Oh,
He won.
Give
He
me the
won.
Niners. Give me
Did
the
you win?
Niners.
Yeah, he,
How many
I-
losses
I
you
picked-
I've been lost.
He picked the Super Bowl.
You had Chiefs
He's the
Niners?
only one. Yeah.
Yeah, I picked it from the start.
But I'm
It's
saying,
no
what's the
cap.
win
I got you,
loss?
just
What's the
like-
But I'm saying,
I've
what's
been
the
out.
win? What's the win
I
loss
picked-
though?
I picked.
I got you.
I picked Casey
Okay,
to lose
okay.
1 week, right? Then
Mm-hmm.
I picked the
I was
Bills
2
to
and 4 in
win.
wild card
I've been
weekend,
out.
and then I went 4-0 in divisional weekend.
Yeah, I've been out after the wild card.
When the
You
Browns
just picked
lost,
us.
I was out.
Yeah, so I went 1-1.
He
I went
did.
2-0.
If the Browns was a
All right,
Super
I'll
Bowl,
tell you,
this
he
is
beat you in the
58,
divisional.
57,
I mean, he beat
whatever
you in
it
the
is.
wild card.
Yeah, I know. I was cooked for the wild card.
Yeah.
I was playing for second or
So
third.
Dom had the best record to start the wild card, 5-1. Then he followed up with 2-2, so he's 7-3. Then he
Oh,
went
that's not
1-1, so he's 8-4.
Oh, that's better than me still.
So John went 4-2. Then he went 3-1, so they were tied 7-3.
You went
Then he
1-1.
went 1-1, so they tied 8-4. I went 4-2. Then I went 4-0, so I was 8-2. Then I went 2-0, so I'm 10-2.
Told you.
He won
Then
both
you went,
ways.
then you went 2-4,
Yeah, that was
4-0.
disgusting.
So you're
I finally go
6-4.
undefeated though. I finally go undefeated week though, Dom.
6-4.
You gotta give me that.
4 games.
Then you went 7-5.
Right, get it the fuck out of here.
Undefeated.
Hey, get it the fuck out of
Finally
here.
defeated. Hey,
And then EB went 3-3.
gotta take how it come, man.
3-1, 1-1. So that's
Man, bring my off season,
7-5.
man.
So
Bring my
y'all
off season
tied.
down.
Y'all tied for last. Y'all tied for second.
And
I
I told y'all, just that one.
And then my picks.
Bring my off season,
So who you
man.
go with in the bowl?
I think you picked the Chiefs, didn't you?
Chiefs, Niners. Chiefs wins.
Okay. Give me the Niners. I got the Niners. Pat can't get too
How-
far. He can't get too far ahead, man.
Hob had the Niners in the Super Bowl. Just
They
had the
already
Browns
called this
winning.
nigga the
Right. I mean, shit. He leading all playoffs.
I had to. We was in there, so I had to
everything.
pick my squad. We was
Playoff
in there.
statistics, and he only what? He ain't even
I owe
28
him
yet.
that.
He on his way.
You're so lucky 50 ball pick Pittsburgh and Dallas. Because your Buffalo Dallas pick is crazy.
But you have to stop. Like he's like
No, he's
like,
not picking Dallas next year.
I'm not.
He's not.
That's not.
He's not.
He just trying
I
to
can't
get
believe 3 of y'all picked Dallas. That is wild.
Dylan.
Dylan picked Dallas and the Browns. Both his teams is out week 1. I mean, wild card week
Me
What's
and
one.
his?
B, me and B
I
only
mean,
picked,
his was.
we
yeah,
picked
okay,
Super
you
Bowl
right, you right,
rematches.
you right,
That's
you right.
all from back in the day.
Get the fuck out of
That's
here,
all.
man.
That is not why you did that.
Y'all picked the
No,
wrong
it
Super Bowl
is.
rematch.
I did
y'all,
too.
Y'all picked the wrong Super Bowl rematch.
I did too. Ravens Niners.
I did too. I did too.
Thank you, nigga.
Orange on
Hey, dude.
He beat them too.
No, he
NFL championship game. Browns versus the
That
Lions.
don't
I
count.
see. I
Wait,
knew
do
was
count.
going there. I know he was
You
going
over and bringing
Oh,
up
now
all
they-
this shit.
oh,
Now they don't
yeah,
count.
no, they do.
That's a Super Bowl
Bring up all
rematch.
shit.
Nah,
It's a championship.
That's not a Super Bowl rematch.
It's a
It's the
championship
equivalent.
game.
It's the
That shit don't
equivalent.
count. I
It's
know
the
it don't
equivalent.
count. I know that shit don't
No,
count.
that's because they rebranded some shit. Don't mean it don't count.
It's not the Super Bowl.
It's the same.
It's the
shit.
same thing.
So if we change the Super Bowl
All right.
to the Big Bowl, now everything previous to the
All
Big
right,
Bowl
all
not
right,
gonna
all
count
right.
no
So
more.
if that counts,
Fuck y'all, man.
so that counts. Y'all got what? Y'all got
Outside
6
too.
rings. So if that counts, y'all got 6 rings.
I ain't saying all that, Dom.
That's what
I'm
so
not
that
saying all
count?
that.
That's what I'm. If y'all
I'm
want to
not
say it
saying all
count,
that.
y'all got 6 rings.
Because I don't have time to argue with
championship
niggas.
game rematches. I didn't say nothing about all that shit.
Oh, okay. Now.
No, you put extra sauce on it. Take the sauce
Oh,
off.
you got to.
No,
This shit
Don't give me a whole
definitely
meal
happened.
until
No,
I
it's
take
too much
no
sauce on
It
it.
happened.
Give me a meal
but
without
I
no
can't
sauce.
lobby for
I
something
said
didn't
too
see.
much. I didn't say I ain't going to give you none.
Nah, bro. If y'all say
You
that,
want you?
if
Hey,
that
nigga, you
count,
had
the
a
rings
steak
count
before.
too.
You don't want all that damn A1 on your steak.
If y'all say that count, the rings count too. man.
No, I didn't say all that. I said it's a
It got-
championship game rematch.
It gotta
You
count.
added the salt. You added too much
We
A1 on your
said
shit.
Super Bowl
That means your
rematches.
steak ain't done right.
We said
That means
Super
your
Bowl
steak
rematches.
nasty, dog.
Yeah.
Super
I don't wanna
Bowl
hear that.
You don't need
rematches.
that bullshit.
He
on-
said
on steak.
championship rematch.
I
Super
said
Bowl
championship
rematches.
rematches.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Well, y'all,
Old football where the man rolled the lion, no homo, on the logo.
hey, y'all tied with
No
Pittsburgh.
fact. They had a live. They actually had a fucking live lion on the fucking field. This is true.
Y'all tied with Pittsburgh.
Yo,
In the
back in the
mouth.
day, bro, I always think, I'm like, bro, I just want a time machine and just spend
Just
like
experience that when that shit was
a
new.
couple of days.
When that shit was new and they were like, that shit, like, I had to.
I just want to be there for a couple.
Oh,
like,
look
bro,
at them jerseys.
That shit was so hard.
as
right?
hell.
They got hockey jerseys on.
Time travel.
Like I just want to be there the day
That's like
they,
experience it, right?
when they brought the leather helmet out. I just want to be there
When
for
that
that
drop.
first game.
When that shit dropped,
Nigga
like,
got boxing headgear on.
they taking flicks, they taking pictures and shit, like.
Nigga, what? Nigga, your wig,
That's crazy.
your barbecue.
like the Jim Thorpe trophy. That nigga just
Man.
standing there like this with the helmet.
look like a snitch.
Stanley Cavs. Let's go. Oh, Superman, pick the goddamn picks. Come on.
I got the Niners, man.
Give me the
Niners.
Chiefs. He gives a fuck.
I got the Niners, man. Pat can't get 3. He gotta say he can't be too far ahead.
I'm telling you one thing. If Kansas City went up in the Super Bowl again next year, I'm gonna really lose interest.
Nah, they not gonna. Nah, Joe coming back. They not coming back.
Lamar.
Deshaun.
Joe coming back.
I want him to say Aaron, but he
That was too
because
funny.
I put it to
You
him.
trying to
because
cue
he
him
can
up
say
and
Aaron.
everything? Your turn.
He said it fast too.
Touchpad.
Whenever left tackle we get.
Oh.
We go as far as
Go
left
ahead.
tackle.
State of the Cavs, man.
Is that man back today? That man back today?
And nobody got no problem with you, man. As long as he continue to play good football, he'll fit right in. I mean, good
Basketball.
basketball, he'll fit right in.
Basketball.
No, but everybody's back, everybody's
Like,
healthy.
niggas know fuck football this year.
Evan Mobley came back on Monday.
When I seen Evan get that lob and it landed down on them legs, I'm like, yeah, he good. He good.
Darius came back today, free from eating all his smoothie meals.
Yeah, that nigga said he was drinking chicken nuggets. He liked it. He liked it, the blended Caesar salad. He said the blended mac and cheese was gross.
Well, blended Caesar salad, that's vegetables. That sound a little better than mac
Oh,
and
that
cheese
shit
and
sound
chicken
wild to me,
nuggets.
bruh.
That shit crazy.
Yeah, he said he wouldn't recommend the blended chicken nuggets. That's gross, bro.
Yeah, that sounds
Yes.
horrible.
Don't recommend me none of that shit. Give
but
me
no,
a
they-
regular smoothie.
Yeah, just
Right.
I'm just gonna be on a fruit diet. Like I'm not about to be blending fucking beef stroganoff. Like what the fuck is going on?
But they 10 in their last 11, 15 and 4 in their last 19. Playing good basketball. I wanna put this out there for the audience though. We're gonna start getting some Donovan Mitchell for MVP consideration. I mean, he's playing lights out right now. And, you know, and it's easy to crown somebody with the a la stat machine early in the season the way they do every year. So if all indicators prove correct, Joe will win the MVP again. Because he's just averaging 35 points. That's phenomenal. That's great. But when you look around the league and you see what the fuck other players are doing, and they don't talk about the Cavs in no capacity on any show nationally,
Unless we lose.
unless we lose, of course. But you know, he's playing better defense this year.
Or unless they talk about trading our players.
Second in the league in steals. Yeah, he's not going to resign all that kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
Assists are up. Still shooting the three well, and his points is what they had last year, but the leadership is different.
No, for sure.
You know
And
what I'm
we're
saying?
winning.
He played a different brand of basketball. Because the Cavs, like a lot of people said, tied of World War, they could have folded when those two guys.
And a
got
lot of
hurt.
people predicted us twofold. Go ahead, trade. trade.
EB, could you let
Mitchell.
the people know what our record is?
Trade
Oh,
JA.
yeah, it's
Get rid of JB.
28 and 16.
29.
Is it
29,
yeah,
yeah,
it's
we
29
won.
and 16.
Number 4 in the.
And
For a
and
half game back.
we playing good ball. And even today, like I saw.
So you saying we're not 13 and 30?
No, not at all. Not even
Oh.
close. Even
Blasphemy.
when you watch the game, and you actually see Jared Allen taking a power dribble and chesting people and going up, they're playing different basketball.
What, 13 straight double doubles now?
No,
14?
16 if he got one tonight.
He did get one, 14
Oh,
and 11.
shit. He
So
on
16 straight double doubles.
They talking about trading this nigga. Man, I
Shut
don't
up.
see
The
people
fuck
do
And
that.
for the people in the back, that's
Ass.
10 plus points, 10 plus rebounds in the game. And he's
For
anchoring the
Kuminga.
defense, man.
And Draymond Green. That's the nastiest trade I've ever heard in my life.
Disgusting.
Man, miss me with that. So yeah, so the Cavs playing good basketball, man. I don't really have nothing negative to say. Garland came in and got us 20 tonight. That's what he do.
Yes,
20,
sir.
in 20 minutes.
Minute
In
restriction.
20 minutes.
I see you, my boy.
Keep it up.
But I
Welcome
just,
back,
I
my
just,
boy.
I just gotta find a way for him to. They moved the ball. It wasn't a whole lot of ISO, high pick and rolls. They still got that identity they had while the injuries was present. So we'll see how long it lasts.
Oh, yeah, and I gotta do Kuminga like that though. Like, he's on a good ass stretch too.
He's on a good stretch.
So was Jared Allen.
Now, Jared Allen, he was doing this when he was playing with y'all.
I mean,
I'm talking
was
about
showing
this stretch.
glimpses.
Is making that trade sound fucking crazy. But I'm saying Kuminga's doing his thing too. It's not like the worst thing in the world. It just wouldn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense for y'all situation.
Okay, hold on. Shh. They crazy stretch. Ev's out. So if we make that magical trade,
No, it's a dumb trade. I'm not saying it's a good trade. It's
what happens now? Kaminga gonna play the 5?
just not.
Yeah, playing the 3.
So who's playing the 5? Because they won't play the other Mobley.
Draymond.
Dean Wade?
Draymond play the 5.
Huh?
Listen, we had to entertain this. I wasn't saying it was
Dean Wade, come on, we put too much on Dean Wade.
That's what I'm saying. Like
It's
that
playing
trade
cool.
makes no sense for us.
It made no sense for y'all.
He can only
And he
have.
said it.
He can only
while
have.
he was
He can
injured,
only.
which
Dean Wade
made
can only have an
even more
entree.
no
He cannot
sense.
have appetizer and dessert. You can't do the whole 5 course.
That trade, it just. Listen,
Shut up,
and you're
Shaq.
right.
Sounds-
You're absolutely right.
appetizer.
Kaminga is showing the upside that the Warriors have been looking for. But him getting traded for Jared Allen makes no sense for the Cavs.
Nope.
Makes all the sense in the world for the Warriors.
100%.
Well, you got to give J.A. some credit too because I guess he has to live in the shadows of his own comments. that he made at the end of that playoff series last year.
Yeah, that was bad.
And I guess, not having gone through something will, like Dan Cable said, some dumb shit. So, in that moment, maybe you will say something stupid. But he wrecking shop so far this year. And it's not about what the averages are. It's about the quality of play. He's engaged every night.
That's all you need from
on
your
both
big,
sides.
man.
And that's any more you can ask for. And I think the injury really proved that he's a better basketball player than we all thought. Really.
No, facts.
Because, he don't shoot the jumper a lot, but he can do it. He can put the ball on the court. He's guarding.
High IQ guy. You
Yeah,
get some
he-
assists.
He's guarding small forwards, staying in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
I think he probably can do that with a Steph Curry, but you know what I'm saying. But if you can,
Spots.
right. So he's
talking about the
very,
Virgil
very
guy.
versatile
Okay.
player.
You're not dead in the water if it happens.
No.
Yeah.
No, facts. And him and Donovan Mitchell has developed great chemistry. Like, even down the stretches, his Detroit
I miss
game.
Jared Allen so much, man. You don't understand. You
Yeah.
picked DeAndre Jordan over that motherfucker. I still don't understand that to this day.
They wanted to go old.
Name, not the game.
They wanted to go old.
And he got a 4-year deal. Like, what the fuck? All right, stop.
They want. Y'all
Bro,
want.
he was-
Y'all
we
want
We
to go.
appreciate you.
I was watching, like I said, I was watching
Y'all
the
wanna go
Nuggets
old.
Sixers game, bro, and I see DeAndre Jordan come off the bench. I'm like, bro, he look old as fuck.
He
Like,
look old as shit. And he didn't even finish that contract out. We
And-
bought him out.
And he was never skilled, really. He was just athletic as
As
shit.
fuck,
He
yeah.
never really was a
And
high
he lost
skilled
that.
player.
yeah.
And we went out there and gave him 40 mil. Instead of just having this young dude. Nah, KD, nah. We gotta get
That
my
Russian.
Guy. You gotta get my guy.
That Russian.
DeAndre Jordan.
Like, he never did. And that's what I don't get, bro. Like, you literally have a day to work on your game. You didn't develop a 15-foot jump shot.
Airball.
Pop out. Ugh.
And mind you, Chris Paul fans, I seen them all in LA. Chris Paul made that motherfucker.
Kobe
Yeah.
said niggas is lazy.
Chris Paul
Yeah,
made
because
it.
before that, I'm using the 2K terms. Before that, he was on 2K. He was like a 63.
Yeah.
As the year after Chris Paul gets there, he's an 80 something now.
And then I was saying the same shit about Blake, but then I saw he really turned his shit up when he went to Detroit. In terms
No,
of just
Blake.
his full
Blake
bag.
tried to develop a game
He
outside
tried
of
it. Right, that's what I'm
athletics.
saying. He tried it.
DeAndre Jordan just tried to just alley oop his way to the Hall of Fame.
No, facts.
That's a fact.
But yeah, shout out Jared Allen. I miss you, bro. For real, man.
We know.
But like I was saying, Allen and Mitchell has developed a great chemistry while DG and Ed was out. And even down the stretch of this Pistons game that we struggled in, once we put that lineup in with Mitchell and Allen, they both closed the game out. So
And that's-
we gonna bring DG and Ev along.
They,
you know
they
what
gotta
I mean?
they
But
gotta get used to
they
that.
got to fall in line with the pace of basketball we've been playing at.
It just needs to be a come to Jesus meeting where that JB has to tell. Of course, we already know this though, but Donovan obviously is the better player. But he's got to play like that every night. He can't be looking to shy away from taking shots.
Yeah.
Like, you got to continue to be aggressive, and everybody else can follow your lead. So as long as you do that, man, don't try to get other guys involved by taking the back seat. No, that's not how this shit works. They got to catch you. So we're gonna put Spider in the MVP combo.
A lot of motherfuckers about to miss these games, so shouldn't be a hard argument to make.
He
I
playing.
mean, he
right
should
now-
do it right now.
Right now, who would y'all front runner be?
My front runner is
In the
Shea.
Heat,
I got Shea.
My front runner is Shea.
I got to be all day, man.
I wouldn't say nothing about him winning that shit though. He's having that Harden year. I couldn't say shit about Harden winning that MVP either. So, but he played defense.
I mean, should he having a better year than last year when he won MVP? Like, all his numbers across the board are better.
But is he gonna be able to be eligible?
Oh, definitely not. I mean, the dude,
You have to have it.
the way
Based
the
on his
dude
track
landed
record.
on him and he got that hurt.
No, it say
He's
he
not
say
about that.
it say he day to day though.
And with Embiid, what does
We
that
heard
mean?
He gotta
that
go.
he
He
heard
gotta
that
go back and
plenty
get
of
it.
times.
He gotta go back and get an MRI. He ain't have an MRI yet.
Day to day for some motherfuckers mean the whole year.
I'm with Donnie. Definitely been in the conversation, but I got Shea right now as my front runner.
Is that somebody's stomach?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's aggressive.
Nigga starving for that championship, man.
Need one.
I thought you farted.
No.
I thought you just casually just farted and then it was just chilling.
That's OD, man. At least EB gave me some grace.
Bro, you saw my face when you did that. You just chilling right there. I was like, what is that?
Just let that bitch sneak
Yeah,
out.
let that bitch out. Hey.
He said, all right.
Nah, Shay my phone right though. Who you got?
I wouldn't be mad at Shay. I got Donnie. I feel like we're going to keep cooking. I'm going Homer.
So is he in the conversation for you, or he is the guy for you right now?
So of the top 4 teams in each conference,
No Tatum? Anybody? No Tatum?
well, you could make an argument. You can make an argument for Kawhi Leonard because nobody expected that shit to work, and he said, "Fuck it, give me the ball. I'm the best player on this team," and he made it work.
Finally got back to that shit.
Finally.
And out of the other top 4 teams in each conference, I mean, the Cavaliers are the only ones that have been going through some adversity. I mean, they ain't been healthy all year. Most of these teams have been close to healthy all year, and so and then I be so upset with this narrative. Oh, well, you know, they beat the Wizards twice, they beat the Spurs, and I just looked at the Sixers, who they played. They at that time when I did, they had a combination of 12 to 13 wins against the Wizards, Pistons, and other dreads of the league. So what the fuck? They all play the same teams.
Exactly.
It just happens to be when they fall on the schedule. So what would you say if they didn't beat the Wizards? So miss me with that shit. You're supposed to beat them. So count it as a win.
Exactly. We did what we supposed to do.
And I think they last 14 games, they 7-7.
We beat the Bucks too.
Beat the
They
Bucks.
last 14 games,
Twice.
7-7. Right, twice.
Smoking my
We're
40.
missing
one
2
time.
of our starters.
Smoking my 40.
Well, Giannis didn't play. And bitch.
And Evan DG didn't play.
And, right. So miss me with that. That's not a part. That can't be a part of your analytic duties. Be real.
Y'all got Lillard and y'all got fucking Brook Lopez.
And
we
you
got
got
J.A. and we got Mitchell.
And
And
Right?
you got
Middleton.
Pat
And
Connaughton.
And you had Chris Middleton.
Nigga, we beat the fuck out of y'all.
At
We
your
beat the
Jill.
shit out of y'all.
We beat the brakes off from here.
And then Giannis came back, y'all won, and then we came back in y'all building Friday and won.
They was excited because they fired the coach.
We did play
That's
them
cool.
right after that.
That
But
wore
still,
off
only
quick,
won by
didn't it?
10. Only lost by
That
10.
wore off quick,
They
didn't it?
did. But
Because
they
come
can't-
Friday,
They can't put that whoop ass on them. Can I get a hell yeah?
Hell
I need 2 Coors Lights.
no
too.
Jalen Brunson.
Hey, look, I look down and give cups like,
conversation.
nah, I ain't gonna do it.
I think he's on the same boat as Shay, and Shay just much better. So
Who?
I think he beats
Brunson.
him.
I said no Brunson in the MVP conversation.
He just beats him in the conversation.
If you're a Knicks fan, yeah.
Well, I'm not a Knicks fan, so.
I mean, he's playing.
So, no.
he's playing lights out too. I mean, it's a lot of good guard play in the league.
I thought he should have been a starter, All-Star starter. Him or Donnie over Dame, but I ain't mad at it.
it's a popularity contest.
Well, they said they broke it down.
Yeah.
Dame won the fan vote.
Who don't watch the game?
They just know Dame.
Just
time.
know a name. Oh, Damian Lillard. He must be an all-star. He's Dame time.
So they
Dad.
just see the
Vote for him.
numbers and then they see the name, and that's what happens.
But Cavs in 6.
You already know what it is.
Come on, man. Ain't shit changed.
Basketball season now, baby.
Ain't shit
Alright.
changed.
Brief state of the Nets.
State of
we're
the
in trouble.
Nets,
We're in
man.
trouble when we go as far as Ben takes us, huh?
Oh,
Shit.
I was hopeful. We looked like a.
And that's how
we
far
looked like
Ben
a
takes us.
solid 8 to 7 seed. I swear we did, and then that shit just ended literally a day.
Fringe
Day
playing
later.
now.
Yeah,
Top
we
10?
fight. We fight for the 10th.
Is he day-to-day too?
Y'all down there with Scotty Barnes and
I
them.
think so. They blowing it up though. He worked $40 million. That's the difference. They still gotta pay that motherfucker.
Oh
He
my
worked
god.
40
Just
million.
give me like part of his contract. And
So,
I can
yeah,
do
we're in
the
trouble.
same shit he doing.
Hey Steph, we
Go
in the
in
same
the,
position
go in
right
there,
now.
get treatment, work out,
Get
go sit on the bench, cheer,
Wear a,
Come on with-
wear a plastic outfit.
come home with like 15 meals.
I don't even need
That's
that,
it.
bro.
Listen, you get to save money with me.
Fuck with the hoes.
Definitely doing that.
You get to save 25 with me. Look, hey. Fuck with me. Hey, Nets, hit my line.
Fuck with
They
me.
did the Nets, man.
Hit my DMs.
That's it.
Y'all should try to get Trae Young. That's one thing gonna save y'all.
I like that though.
Steph ain't coming. You can forget that.
He's coming, bro.
They ain't got shit.
Steph might
ripping
want to
jerseys.
leave.
I was about to say they ain't
Did
got
y'all
shit
see
going.
how
They ain't got shit
y'all
going
see him
there.
rip that jersey? He acting different. He acting out of character.
Yeah, because that team acted out of character. He
So pull up.
ain't been used to this since like 2010.
That team is Garbosa. That's why.
I know you still got some left in the tank. Come take these young guys, show them how it's done.
I mean, the Lakers came and beat the Hawks and the Rockets, but they can beat the Warriors.
And
got
they
a problem.
lost. And they lost by 1, like 3 straight games.
Oh,
that
let's,
shit was terrible.
let's talk about that
Agonize.
shit show going in the LA real quick.
Yeah,
Like,
state of the Lakers,
I
man.
just, you know,
What about it?
the problem. Here's a problem. There's
LeBron
two
fed
problems. I told you some time ago. I said when you're an 11-point per game player, that's who the fuck you are. They thought Austin Reeves was going to go from 11 to 20. You can kiss my ass. That's not happening.
First of all, maybe the Lakers thought that, but nobody sitting here said that.
We had that conversation.
And we all sitting here said nobody said 11 to 20. We said 11, maybe to 15.
And
He
he's
came
averaging
in-
15.
It might have been 18.
He's
No,
averaging
No, I
over
did
18.
not know that
It was
fucking high.
18.
I think I might
It
have
was
heard
18.
18.
go that
I
high.
think I might
It
have
was
heard
18.
18.
Hell
I gotta
no.
go find that show. We gonna come
I think I
on
might have
back.
heard 18.
And if I'm
That's
wrong,
fine.
bring it up.
No,
But I
That's
know
fine,
for a
though.
fact I
11
didn't go
to
to
18,
20.
you got 15, that's a good range. You thought he was still at 11. That's 15 points is 4 more points.
I definitely damn sure
harp
didn't go
on
to 20.
18 to 15, then we're going to harp on 11 to 15.
I mean, people was on 18.
I damn.
That's why I was blown away.
Pull the tape.
We gotta go back.
Pull the tape.
Hey, put that guy with that red flag
I
at.
haven't been hearing no White Mamba.
Oh hell
I haven't
no.
been
not
hearing.
White
Oh,
Mamba.
hillbilly.
All right, that's
Mamba.
when we gonna have the result.
Hillbilly.
Look.
Mamba. I haven't been hearing none of that. And Austin Reeves is not a hillbilly.
He's from Oklahoma.
Look, he
Hillbilly.
should be playing much better. They need to go ahead and just start Vando. Vando healthy, start Vando because what he may not give you on offense, he gives you in defense, and that changes the fortunes of your team. But
For the good and
Hold
bad.
on. I think the real issue is Rui.
that he got paid
Hachimura.
He got paid, and what happened? Torian Prince plays entirely too much.
way too much.
Uh,
They think he Tayshaun Prince.
They do.
still waiting on that
Not
Cam
even
Reddish
half.
jump.
Disappointed me.
Where the hell is Gabe Vincent?
I take that one.
Knee
Yeah.
surgery.
Christian Wood? Why?
He don't get minutes.
Why?
D'Angelo Russell is only good at the trade deadline. This is ridiculous
Deadline
shit.
Deadline D-Lo.
So it's like, yeah. I mean, like,
They do it to themselves every time.
and then now I'm starting to watch. And then you watch the games, and I've never seen LeBron James like at this point in his career. He's hustling more than most people on that team on defense,
And
and,
it's
that's
disgusting.
a fucking problem.
But the internet,
Disgusting.
but the
That's why
internet
he's so
tell you
mad.
LeBron ain't paying no defense.
But that's the thing.
They
If
don't-
you
they
watch him,
can't
he's
do it.
not the defender he was, especially like you said in the regular season. He's not going to try. So if he's
not about to sit
hustling,
down in
if
that
he's
chair.
hustling more than most of the team, that's ridiculous. That is
He's not about to
that is
sit
a
down in that chair
huge
and
problem.
guard Derrick Rose.
No, he's not.
No.
That's them days are over. They
That's a huge
I
problem.
don't know how Rob Lowe has a job. I could go put some better shit together than that.
That's a huge
Cause
problem.
I told you when they re-signed DeAndre Russell that was a mistake.
So what do you think about
DeJounte
Dejounte
Murray?
Murray. It's lateral to me. Like
I don't think so.
I don't know what that does.
I
I
like
think
that.
that helps
maybe
him
not
out.
I
lateral.
think that
but
helps him a lot.
That helps him out because D'Lo wasn't really good on defensive end as far as guard and dribble penetration.
DeJounte
He's not-
definitely
help
better.
him.
He's not a good defender at all.
I give you
Really?
that.
DeJounte's gonna definitely
Dejounte
get
Murray's
going.
gonna guard you, so he's
Play
gonna
for
give you the
Pop
15 to
for the beginning
17
of his
points.
career.
He's gonna give you the 5 assists.
And that's gonna open up a couple more fast break opportunities for them also by them being able to guard dribble penetration. So now,
Instead of taking the ball out the net.
exactly.
So how does that fix that bench though?
That's
That's
something.
it, but they still gotta fix, they
That's
gotta
something
fix the
Jordan Ham
starters.
needs to
They gotta
figure out.
fix 3 through 11 who plays.
I can't believe he signed off on that.
Which one?
I'm
All
just-
of them.
I'm trying to figure out how Torian Prince gets so many minutes.
Nobody else to play.
You just say Vando, play that motherfucker.
Well,
What
he really just got back.
the fuck is he doing out
Put
there?
him right the fuck in.
Shit.
Put him right in there.
I mean, he showed his value Saturday night.
Like, God, this shit is bad. And poor LeBron.
Should have stayed in Cleveland. Grass ain't always greener.
You got a ring.
Chris Brown told me that.
Yeah, it's a little synthetic out there in LA, but
You got a ring.
I ain't complaining.
It don't rain that much.
It never rains in Southern California. That's a lie. 'Cause when I was in Long Beach,
And he
it
not
rained.
doing that many movies like they were saying he was gonna do.
That one even the
He
goal.
producing. He producing. Behind the
He don't gotta be there
He's
to
an
produce.
A&R.
He don't gotta be there for all that.
He's an A&R. But he be in the studio. He got to feel the vibes.
I think his kids want to move out there.
Absolutely.
Maybe it was
Yeah.
Savannah.
And the wife.
Maybe Savannah was tired of the winters in Cleveland.
She'll try to plow trucks and salt.
She was in Miami.
He spent 11 years in Cleveland. I'm sure they ready to go somewhere permanent where it's hot year round.
Then you take her to
But
Miami,
work-
bring her back to
But
Cleveland.
work sucks. Well, work has sucked other than 1 year.
True.
Well, last year gave him hope. So you can't count that one either. They got excited. That's why all of them got them fucking contracts.
Hey, Bron, is this how you want to go out, man? This how you want to go out?
Come to the Nets.
Oh my God.
Come to the Nets. We have plenty of availability.
Him and Steph.
Hey, you know how
We'll
we
take
treat
anybody.
you know how
Somebody
we
help,
treat you here.
please.
Come to Cleveland. Come to Cleveland. I don't know who we gonna get rid of, but come to Cleveland.
Y'all don't want to
No, you gonna come for free this time. No, you gonna come for free this time.
No, I ain't gonna come for free. It's gonna cost the Cavs a penny.
That's a cheap
It's gonna be some,
motherfucker.
it's
He
gonna be
gonna,
some
someone
names
gonna pay
involved in
him.
that deal.
Someone has to pay him.
But yeah,
What name?
he's
On
actually
the
on the
books,
trade
on the
block.
books, it might be free.
They got him going
Someone's
to New
paying
York
that
for
motherfucker.
Randall. They got him going to Miami for Duncan.
And this has been the Starting Five podcast.
Thank you guys for tuning in today.
They got LeBron James on a trade block.
Come on,
The
man.
internet, Twitter is crazy. The haters. If you hate LeBron James, you hate basketball.
Facts.
Why they get the fuck
Y'all gonna miss him when he gone.
They gonna miss him bad.
Because ain't no next nothing.
What Skip and Shannon and them
From
niggas
what I
gonna
seen.
talk about when LeBron not here?
That beard looking mighty wise. He might be. This might be it for him.
So, this little reign, anybody that came in after 2010, the reign is coming to an end. And the game has changed. Do you still like it? We just started 5, y'all. We out.
Tell your mama about me. Ravens flock. Shout out to a successful 2023. Bigger and better things.
The Ravens
2024.
enjoyed the rest of the ease.
Free Steph.
Hey, bring me my off season, man.
Bring my off season, man. I'm ready to turn up. Sign Patty Queen, baby.
We got the
We outta
shots
here.
poured up, man.